Hi everybody, welcome to the stream. Gabby Bird here. Today we are playing a little bit of Dread, which is a tabletop roleplay game. We have with us Path of Most Resistance, our D&D group, most of it, and we got some members from the Crew RP, including Ruth Bader Ginsburg here with us. Say hello. And,
hello.
Yeah, and we have Serial Killer, because they look like everyone else, with us as well. Say hello. That's you.
Hi?
That's you.
I was like, is that me?
Yes.
Hello?
You wouldn't know. He wouldn't admit it. We have the White Ranger.
Hello.
And we have
Hello, family. Hello.
we have a beautiful vampire, a vampiress.
That's me. Oh.
Sorry, you. And then we have a clown. You're the Joker here.
That's what we should have done. We should have come up with our Spirit Halloween. We don't own the IP, but we have to name it something.
The Trickster. We have the Trickster. All right. And I'm the Grim Reaper because you are all going to die. Instead of a Jenga tower, we're using cards. The average Jenga game has about 32 pulls per game. And this deck of 32 cards has a Joker in it. And when you pull that Joker, you're going to have a serious consequence. It could go all the way up to death. It could be something like breaking your leg and having trouble running away. This is in essence a horror movie. There are actually going to be 3 Jokers in this pile. And whoever pulls the third one, that is when the tower falls. Okay? So if you pull one, no problem. But just remember that there are still 2 out there, etc.
So there's 3 in here.
There are. The first 2 don't matter. But just keep in mind that they've been pulled.
Like at all? Like no consequence at all?
Maybe. Who's to say?
The first 2 mean a mixed success.
Like that wasn't like a creepy maybe. That was like a I don't know.
No. Don't you worry, none. All right, so.
It's always important to know the rules before the game starts. I'm very confident.
And I'm the GM, and so I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That's fair.
I wrote this today. No. This is gonna be fun, guys. So, let's begin.
That's not what your DM said.
Let's begin. Okay, guys. So, all of you have been granted passage to a private island by its indigenous people. You all live in the Pacific Northwest, somewhere, Seattle maybe. A couple of you are from Bellingham. And this is a huge deal, you guys. No one gets to come here. And you are right now, all of you, on like a small passenger boat, which could be used for fishing or for sailing. And it kind of has like an inside cabin part. Now, the person who set up this trip is actually, it is, character names?
Kyle.
So we'll say that, first of all, we kind of open up on the ship going across the dark ocean. It's probably like 4 in the afternoon. And you guys are sailing towards this uncharted island in the Pacific Northwest. And inside the ship, around like the small table, is the local official from Bellingham, Washington. And he has arranged for each of you to accompany him on this exclusive trip. So Cody, your character's Kyle. What do you look like?
Kyle looked like a mid to late 30s surfer dude. Just straight up like dope surf shorts and a tank top and long brown hair. Very, very Swayze-esque. Just really about it. And he, oddly enough though, has a pocket protector on his tank top, just rocking it. No pockets, but it's there.
Oh, it's glued on.
Yeah, he just digs the numbers,
All right. He has been described to me as Bodhi from Point Break. All right. So across from Kyle is one Rusty Haymage. Tell us about your character, Brian.
Rutherford Rusty Haymage is a long-time pillar of the business community. He is what some would call a carpetbagger up from Atlanta, Georgia. He has that sort of a build of a linebacker,
but plus 35 pounds. Gray hair, which he went gray very recently, as though he was under a lot of stress. And he has a cropped gray beard, and he wears some black slacks and a gray vest with a light blue button-down shirt, blue tie, and he has a silver pocket watch that hangs from the pocket of his vest.
At the helm of this boat is Levi, who isn't particularly skilled in sailing, but is the best equipped among you. He is a tracker and a hunter, and we see him behind the ship's wheel. So what do we see, DJ? And tell us a little bit about your character.
When you see Levi, you guys see a 6-foot-tall man. He's 6 feet tall. He's fit, but he doesn't work out. He's just naturally fit from the work that he does. He wears tan khaki-style pants, boots. He has a baseball cap, and he's looking forward. Not really. He's just focused on where we're going. And he has kind of like a hunting jacket on. You can see that he has various, just a bunch of pockets on it, but he seems pretty focused on task at hand. You probably haven't talked to him much during the trip over crossing the sea.
Okay. All right. Let's see. So, Victoria and Charlie are here together on this trip to take photos and write an article about the island. So tell us about your character, Victoria.
My character she's pretty tall for a woman. She's like 5'11", and she has blonde hair. She's like a little bit prettier than average, but not like super pretty. She's like an athletic person. I don't know, she's probably dressed in like a green shirt and brown pants and boots. And she's like generally a good person.
Okay. And Charlie.
So it's Charlie. He is a super slender man, very thin. He's about 5'8". He has a light stubble, nice sandy brown hair, cut relatively short. He is wearing a nice white button down with a nice tie, a nice red tie. And then he's got a pair of slacks on. He's casual, feeling casual.
You got a camera going?
He does. He has a camera. He has a Polaroid around his neck.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, this is set in the mid-90s as hey, Miss Titan. The mid-90s as Dread is wont to be in the 80s and 90s. In the distance, we see an island, not very large, and it's made up of black rocks and dark pines. It's midday, it's probably about 4 in the afternoon, as Levi pulls the boat up to a rocky beach and turns off the engine. How are you going to shore this boat, Levi?
Is it just an island? There's no docks or anything? This is pretty much like an uncharted island, right?
Right. The only people here are the natives, yeah. And so there's probably a boulder or like a big piece of driftwood or something.
Levi would probably have to turn in, and he'd probably have to be about 20 feet from shore to not bury the bottom of the boat in the sand. So he probably brings it to a stop and lowers anchor about 20 feet away from shore. Is there like a dinghy or anything on this boat that we would use to?
Yeah, we'll say there's one of those inflatable dinghies that also just still has like a propeller on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys get to shore, and waiting on the beach, you see a figure. It is a native woman, Kyle. As a legal official, you're one of the only people who has ever spoken to these natives, and this is a really big deal. You're very lucky to have been talking to them at all. Her name is Potome, and you recognize her. She comes to town sometimes, gets supplies, trades, brings stuff back that they don't necessarily have on the island. And you recognize her as the woman with whom you have spoken on the mainland a few weeks ago. And she's a tan. She has like black makeup across her face, and she approaches.
Potome, namaste. How's it been? How you been? What's the word?
This is extremely solemn. You really saw it.
That's all, dude.
It's like a really
Like,
big
dude,
deal,
what's up?
and
Like,
you're
don't
the
have much,
person.
like beaver service out here, but like it's pretty alright. I'm just kidding. I'm just, I'm just playing with you. What's up? Long time, right? Been like a couple days, but it's all good.
Yes, a couple of days. Things are fine here. The village is actually settling in for dinner if you would like to join us, but just follow me and we will get you accommodated. Tomorrow we will show you around the island proper. Everything there is to see. You may take your photographs and write what you like. And even Kyle has not been here. No one has been here before you.
Oh.
Levi obviously follows, but he's looking around, he's checking the environment. He doesn't know what wildlife's here.
Kyle hasn't been here?
You have not. You have spoken with her on the mainland, and she's told you about this island, and you got together this group of people, a photographer, a tracker, to help you guys kind of get through the wilderness if you're going out looking for what kind of wildlife might be here.
Okay.
A journalist, and some guy who has good credentials.
Okay.
I assume that I was briefed on who it was that you were talking to, so I would know her name to introduce myself.
Yeah, plus he also went Potomac, so...
That's right. Listen, I was so floored by the voice work.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Potomac, Rusty Hamish, very nice to make your acquaintance.
Charmed. If you would like to follow me, and she, if no one else has anything to say or do, she kind of leads you into the dark green brush, and there are trees, and you hike about 30 minutes. Are any of you doing anything? I know that Levi's looking around. Yeah, what's
I'm
up?
taking pictures, or at least looking for good pictures.
Okay. Yeah.
Literally anything.
Okay. You see some birds that, while you may not be like a nature photographer, they're very impressive in plumage. They're very pretty. If you're interested in something like that.
I'm definitely gonna take some pictures.
Okay.
I'm not gonna like overdo it, but I'm gonna take a few.
Yeah, I only got so much film. Yeah. Okay.
Exactly. Well, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I'll take one or two. The good one. I gotta make sure they're perfect before I take it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everything I do is perfect, but whatever.
Oh wow. Charlie.
Rusty is sort of eyeballing everything, as opposed to Levi, who is looking for dangers. Rusty is looking for infrastructure, ways to profit. How are the paths set up? Would it be easy to move stuff in? Would it be easy to move stuff out, etc.?
Rusty, why don't you make our first poll of the night?
Okay. I am going to elect DJ to pull for me because I do not have Tabletop Simulator.
There you go. We're gonna pull it. Flipping it. And it's an 8 of hearts. Alright. As Rusty's walking around, he's kind of taking a look around. And Rusty, you're noticing that a lot of the trees here are the same. A very rare red pine that was hugely in fashion for interior design decades ago, but has since died out almost everywhere else in the world. As far as everything else goes, it seems like things could pretty easily be cleared here. Soil seems good. Everything is very lush, as most of the stuff in the Pacific Northwest is. It's a beautiful place. So,
How big is the island?
I would say it's probably no bigger than like 4 by 3 miles. It's not very big. Yeah. By certain standards. Okay,
Sure.
So all of you are walking along and you're taking your notes and you're taking your photos, and Levi, you're looking around and you notice as you're walking, you actually hear a rustling in the brush.
I would imagine, since I'm the tracker, I'd be up front with her. I want to kind of put a hand on her shoulder and put a fist up to symbolize hold on. Let's look back to the group. We got there's some rustling up in the bushes. Hold on. And I guess I go and try to. I don't want to get too close because Levi's dealt with animals and stuff, but he doesn't know what's here. So I just want to check to see what it could be.
All right, you approach a rather large bush, just like a grand set of really big bushes, and there's something pretty large in here, kind of moving around. Why don't you make me a pull if you're gonna check it out? Okay, we've got an ace, and we're safe. You take a look in there, and slowly, calmly, out of the bush steps a sizable elk.
How close is it to me?
If you're up on this bush and like you're gonna like pull through it, it's 5 feet from you, but it seems chill.
I just like put my hand on its nose. That's a good girl, and go back to the group.
You guys are kind of walking along, and you see this large doe walking, and it joins a couple other does and a big old male elk kind of to the side of the path. So.
And Gabby, real quick, did we? Because I know we didn't discuss it too much. A little bit. Did you allow Levi to have a 6-shooter on him? He's a tracker. If you don't want it, then at least would he have like a buck knife or something?
Let's give him one of them big old Elmer Fudd shotguns. How about that?
Okay.
With
like he wouldn't have a bunch of ammo on him. He's not hunting. He's just like it's not like it would be abundance if he had it. Yeah. It's just for protection.
Yeah, we'll give you 2 in the barrel and 2 in your pocket. How about that?
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Any more than that, and it's probably too late.
Oh boy. Okay. You guys are brought to a village among the pines, and the homes are made of stacked stones with thatch roofs, and you see other natives eyeing you curiously as Patome leads you inside a home. And there in the home is a central fire, cots lining the walls, a wooden table with chairs covered in deerskin, and she asks you to please sit.
We all sit down?
Yeah. Yep.
Cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys all sit, and in come a few other of these natives, also with this black makeup on their face, and they bring in like a cauldron and hang it over the central fire in this hut, and they put a pumpkin in front of each of you that is carved out, and they serve into the pumpkin some kind of stew, and it's very nice. It's cozy. It's very nice in here. It's cozy. You got the fire crackling.
Before
pumpkins.
Eating, Levi makes sure to take his hat off and puts it on his knee.
It's very nice. Okay. I would say, Charlie, if Instagram existed back then, this would be the perfect opportunity for some food photos. Little pumpkin.
Yeah. I was, I've been looking for shots. One of the village, and I hadn't found any yet. But then once inside, he's been looking for good shots. So
cool.
Definitely gonna get people eating and things like that.
Okay. They bring you I would say probably like stone cups, and it's just water. Just water in them. But nice. It tastes really fresh. Spring water, maybe.
And they're totally cool with pictures, right? Like, I'm not going to ask them, but I'm curious as to how they're reacting when
they
I'm taking
seem fine. Patome has been to the mainland, and there you see around there's like a lantern, and there's like a rope, and there's like a few things like from the mainland. So they're not like offended by like your culture. They just have their own thing going on. So
I was curious, but yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Just from on our way in, what is the relative technology level that I can, like, are we talking Amish?
Below Amish, I'd say. Yeah, it's
but not with like a cultural taboo against technology, because they have some pieces like the lanterns and such.
Yeah, primitive, but yes, not opposed. Yes. Okay. It's more about respecting their traditionalism, and keeping that going.
Also, when we came in, did we see? Because I wouldn't have thought to ask it beforehand, but I would have thought once I got here, since we came on our boat, either on the shoreline or on our way in, did we see like a canoe or a dinghy or whatever it was that Patome would have been using to get to the mainland?
You do not. You did not see one. Not on the shore.
Okay.
So, no.
TN4?
Yeah. The fire's keeping you guys really warm, and Patome explains you will get a full tour of the island in the morning, but you may have this home to yourself for the evening. She pulls out like a box, like kind of like and the lid slides open, and she teaches you a very kind of cool something, kind of like Senate from Egypt. It's a board game from these people, and you guys kind of pass the night, and she talks to you a little bit about the island, a little bit about the nature, what kind of animals are on this island. She talks about nothing too surprising that you haven't heard of before. A lot of raccoons, some stoats, which is maybe a little on the more exotic side. Black squirrels, things like that. So yeah, she just kind of talks to you about the nature, and maybe Rusty's inquiring about these trees or something.
Well,
Something.
actually, Kyle's gonna kind of slank in close and be like, Tome, so like when we were back on the mainland, I remember you telling me about some like wicked stuff, and which side of the island was that on? Because like, look, don't tell the con, but I brought my board, and I'm just looking for some good waves.
Have you been carrying a board this whole time with you?
I'd say it's probably on the boat, maybe.
It's on the boat, yeah.
Yeah.
He left it on the boat. That would be insane. bring a surfboard.
And,
Just rolling in with your board.
What originally brought us here? What is our purpose for being here?
So I would say Levi's purpose was probably monetary. Is that Kyle hired you?
Well, Kyle
Yes,
hired me
as a tracker to get you through here. I would say the journalist and the photographer were looking for this opportunity. When they heard people were going here, they jumped on that, as well as Rusty. Rusty is always looking for unique opportunities to undertake excursions. So
after
capitalism.
After she explains what animals are on the island and everything, and how she herself had said, we'll give you a tour and everything, Levi is probably gonna like just kind of nudge Kyle and just be like, Kyle, I really don't know why you needed me to come with you on this trip.
Well, yeah, just
seems like it's pretty safe area.
I mean, look, I've surfed some wicked waves, right? But you never know, like when there's gonna be like a giant fish. It might need, or like a crazy like tree monkey fish.
it's also too that Kyle, that this is an uncharted island, and if anyone could do that, maybe Levi would be able to provide cartography services. Or
like and like cliffs, like I don't want to like stumble upon a cliff. I'll lose my legs. I need those legs.
I was just simply making a statement, Kyle. I'd be more than happy to assist you here.
Oh, don't worry, bro. You still get paid. You get that guap.
guacamole.
You get that guac and the guap. I'll get you the guap.
Okay.
Yeah, he just puts his hat on and walks over and just chills.
Yeah.
Till we figure out what's going on.
You guys finish up this board game. It's very nice, and you she leaves the rest of the like stew. Just she covers the cauldron and just kind of leaves it as the fire's kind of dying down. And she tells you that there's a cot for each of you. They're lined with some blankets from the mainland and also with sewn blankets that they have. On the cot itself, it's lined with like a deerskin, and you guys could rest here for the night. So until she decides to come get you for the tour in the morning.
Yeah, I'm down. I have no light, so I'm not going to be doing many shots. Shots, nothing.
Kyle's going to do some yoga before hitting the bed.
Of course he is.
Get limber. Get ready for those waves.
Soon as Kyle starts doing yoga, I feel like if Rusty is anywhere near Levi's just going to lean over and be like, he's an awkward fella.
He is very unique. Yes.
And just point out Kyle a little bit.
Victoria, what are you up to? Sorry.
I think Victoria's just going to take notes of like everything that she's seen so far, and like the way that the people are interacting with each other and everything. Like everything she's seen, she's going to write it down.
Cool.
Yeah, Rusty's he's not going to leave the place he was placed. He is going to duck his head outside and see what if any nightlife there is here. Like, are there fires? Are they doing things at the night? Is there what? I said, hey, what's going on?
Yeah, they. It almost seems like because the night has come, and it is so primitive that nighttime is when you go to sleep, and you wake up with the sunrise, and that's when you get stuff done and work. So most of the fires start to kind of go out in the huts, and people start turning in. So not a lot of talking or movement going on.
Okay.
Okay, guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
just sort of, listen.
Okay.
Take it in for a minute.
It's very nice. There's lots of, I don't know. There's not cicadas in the north. What is there? Crickets. There's probably crickets. I don't know. It's beautiful. Chittering.
I mean, there
birds.
there are cicadas in the north. I just don't know if they're in the Pacific Northwest.
Okay.
We have cicadas. Is it very? Is there a lot of canopy, or like, can I see the sky?
You can see the sky. Yeah, I would say that the village is probably in more of a cleared out little area. Got a little patch of soil going on underneath it. Yeah.
And from coming in, is our hut central, or is it off to the side?
I would say there's probably like kind of a bonfire situation in the middle, and then huts in a ring kind of around it. And there's not many, 10 huts maybe. So small village, small amount of people. Yep.
Sky looks what we would expect it to look like.
Clear, beautiful.
Clear,
yeah, starry,
beautiful.
starry night.
More stars than we see in town.
Yes, yeah, it's really nice. So, so you guys rest for the night, and Patome, bids you good night, and she heads out, leaving you to your own private little cabin here. All right, so you guys all head to sleep. Okay. Middle of the night. I would like everyone who had, you went on a hike, you came off a boat that was pretty small. I want P checks. I want everyone to make me a pull. We're gonna check. We're gonna do some Constitution. So just go ahead and flip them one at a time and tell me who's drawing. All right. So Cody, you got a 6. Is that right?
That is correct.
Okay. Bisector, go ahead. F to flip. Okay. He's safe with a 4 of hearts. And Amanda, what you got?
A 9.
A 9. All right, DJ.
And DJ, if you would pull for me.
Okay, this first one will be
for you.
RGBs.
Oh, okay. Okay. It's a jack. Nice. And all right, guys. Ooh, well, you think that might be good, but now we're gonna
until it really counts.
Until 3 in a row, 3 jokers in a row.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
no.
That's gonna be rough.
Okay. All right. You guys are pretty good. Like, you might have ducked out during the hike earlier and like gotten a quick pee. Like, you're doing pretty good. And you're feeling pretty sturdy. I will say, in the night, we'll say Charlie. You hear you are woken up in the night, or you just wake up.
Okay,
Bad dream or something, or yeah, and you hear some rustling, another bout of rustling going on in the brush outside.
Cool. I'm gonna walk over to Levi, just shove the shit at him, see if I can wake him up.
Okay.
Give him a good roll.
What is it that you need?
Hey, I heard some rustling. You should go check it out. Go check it out, dude. It could be anything. Just go check it out.
Levi gets up. He grabs his hat, puts his hat on, stretches, and he goes and quietly peeks out to see what's going on.
Okay. It is pitch black, and only the only light that you have is like the smoldering fire in your own hut, and you kind of look out, and there's no light, no fires, nothing from the other homes. And you
Do I know what direction it came from?
Or
was it just a generic rustling outside?
So let's say directly, so if you're in a circle, there's a bonfire across from you, another building across from that. It's beyond that.
Okay.
We're gonna say back towards the beach area, maybe.
Okay.
Levi would turn back to
Charlie.
Okay, up top. Turn back to Charlie and be like, listen, I need you to wake everyone up. And then he would look out and he would whistle, just and see if he hears anything after he whistles. Like he just seems overly on edge.
Yeah. When you whistle, the movement stops.
So I heard it and then it stopped.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know where it came from.
Yes.
I want to take. You said there was embers.
Yeah.
I want to use something to pick up one of the embers and fling it in the direction that I heard the noise stop.
Okay, it's pretty far through. We're talking like 50
Oh,
feet. Because we got bonfire in the middle, and then which is not going. It's just like a bunch of like huge timbers, like
Is
logs.
there a rock or anything near me?
There's tons of rocks. There's rocks all over the place.
I want to take a rock and throw it about 10 feet to the left of where I heard the rustling.
Okay. Ooh. Okay.
I'm gonna start waking people up too. While this is happening, I'm just poking people away.
Everyone's waking up. I will say. Let me get in on this here. Levi, as you are out peeking out, and everyone is in here waking up, whether from nightmares in the middle of a REM cycle, whatever's going on. Victoria, you're up. Kyle, you're up. Levi, you, because you're poking your head outside. Do some Foley here. Some kind of guttural chuffing going on.
And was that from the direction that I threw, or was that close to me?
The direction you threw.
Okay, and
there's no more movement, but you hear that from behind the hut across from you.
Levi kind of like just takes a step back and gets in like a readied posture. Like he's not nervous, but something's there, and humans don't make that noise.
I did just now.
Yeah, that is actually true.
What are those people doing in that tent?
They're just all there going.
Pigeons, get
it's
out of
furries.
here.
They're all furries.
Oh, yiff, get out of here.
I look to see who's awake. Is everyone awake right now?
Everyone's up.
All Levi does is finger to his lip, and he makes sure everyone sees him. Make sure everyone sees him put his fingers to his lips, and I don't know what symbol he would make. He like makes like a flicking sound, like we need light. And looks to anyone for any would Levi, like, I don't want to just say I have stuff on me. Would I have something like something to start, like, to make a torch with?
You can look around if you'd like.
I was gonna say, do I have a flashlight, but I don't know if I would have brought one. I don't know if I would have planned to trek at night.
There's no way you wouldn't have brought one. Yeah, we'll say you've got at least something, like at least like a keychain one. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say like I have a little small mag light.
Kyle turns to Levi and says, "This is why I hired you."
Like I just put my hand over Kyle's mouth.
Okay.
And then I want to shine the light out, see if I see anything, and I'm looking for the reflection off a creature's eyes.
Yeah, so sometimes you get, cougars or something that have the red eye, glow on them, and you flash this light across, and you catch these giant logs, at the bonfire, and you catch the stone and thatch house across from you, and then you catch something moving behind it, but you do not catch the reflection of eyes.
Did I see a size? Was it pretty big, small?
You see a rack of antlers. A
rack of antlers.
Mm-hmm. At the level that maybe that big elk that you saw on the trail
Maybe,
was.
who's to say?
I'm going to... if I see the rack and I just see movement, Levi is honestly probably going to assume that it is that elk, like an elk.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to relax a little bit and he's going to step outside, not walk towards it, just step out and make sure, get a better glance at it.
Okay.
He just takes one step fully out so he can actually reach the light up and see if he can get a good glance at it.
I'm going to take his position, like, at the door jamb.
Okay. Levi, as you're kind of looking across the way here, and there's all just like this dirt between you and this creature. It is indeed the head of an elk. But something is wrong. It is the skeletal head of an elk moving in the darkness, and it turns towards you and it cocks its head. And it has empty eyes, empty nostril. And that's all you kind of see as far as your light will get you.
Levi just sits still and he's just like, what the fuck? As he backs like, he doesn't take his eyes off it, he backs up, feeling for the... Are we in a tent or a hut? Is there a door?
Stone. It's all made of stone, and it's just the one door on the front.
I'm reaching for the door as I back up slowly, seeing if it's coming at me or if it's staying still.
You notice that it starts to move towards you in your light that is shining, and as it does, you notice the shoulders of it are like lurching, and it starts to like move towards you across. And there's only 40 feet between you and this thing. So.
I as he's backing up, I reach out for him to safely bring him back in to make sure he doesn't stumble or fall or anything.
Yeah, I gladly take the help as I get in. Is there... I don't want to... Is the door... This is big. Is the door open out or in?
Out.
It opens out. I shut it. If it opened in, I was going to keep it open. Is there a window next to it, or is it completely flat?
I say it's just the door.
I shut it. I'm gonna my job is to keep everyone safe, right? I shut it.
Okay.
And Levi probably looks a little freaked out. He's like pale, turns around.
Yeah, Levi, actually, I'd love you to make a pull for me, as you're the only one who has seen what's going on out here. This is why you pull, it's because you do stuff.
Yeah, I know. I
You're safe though.
I just didn't know when.
You're safe. Good job.
There's a higher chance that you're going to be the one pulling, because you are the one protecting us. Like, I'm not going out to do shit. I got you.
Come on, Charlie. Be brave.
So I didn't see it. I just saw that he was startled and backing away.
Unless you would like to be... Were you watching his mag light the whole time?
He was in the doorway.
I was in the doorway.
Yeah, then I will say, Levi and Rusty are big southern boys. You see out here, yeah, you see probably just as clearly. And maybe not when it started moving towards you, because that's when he started backing up, and you kind of maybe lost a little bit of a sight of it.
Yeah, I was focusing on him, not on...
Yeah, but you see this big skeletal, and rack of antlers coming towards you in the light.
And so the door closes in. Is the solid door jam, though? Like, we can hold the door, kind of, at least?
Seems good, yeah. It's probably, I'll say it has like a ring on it.
Okay. I'm a big beefy southern boy. I'm gonna grab the ring and just sort of kind of
hold it.
Put my weight behind it to sort of try and hold it shut.
I would love you to make a pull for me as well, having seen what's going on out there.
Yeah, Bisector, why don't you pull this time, just so that we have a little bit of
fortune. Mix up the fortune.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, you're gonna regret this.
All right, that's everything. That's not what I want.
Just the one.
I'm really bad at that.
I'm absolutely.
Oh,
this is getting so terrible.
Not good. Did somebody shuffle this? Who shuffled this? Stacked.
We still have 23 cards left, so we've only pulled 9. Wow. All right, let's get moving, guys. So yeah, you see this thing, and it's coming towards your little hut. What are you guys doing? Are you gonna inform everyone else what's going on out there? You guys curious as to what's going on?
I grab Rusty on the shoulder. Are you good? You're muted.
I'm good.
I heard.
Yeah.
As soon as I hear him say I'm good, I tell everyone to get close. I'm trying to get my the shotgun out, and I hold the two spare bullets I have and just say, "Hail." Do any of y'all have anything to defend yourself?
No. What the fuck did you see?
Truly, I don't know. But it didn't look natural.
I grab my camera and I ready it.
It has to be something big. It was able to wear the head of an elk, and that is no easy task.
All right, Kyle and Victoria, what's going on?
So like, you don't even know. I hired you for this job, and you don't even know what's going on right now.
I need Kyle to die right now. I just need you to die, please. Just on the first Joker.
I just came to this island to get some shred some sweet waves.
That's not why you came to the island. That's not
I know, but like, that's like a side mission. Like,
Blue perk.
I just need you to protect us, alright? Just please. I don't want to die.
What do you mean something's wearing the head of an elk? You didn't just see an elk? What could be out there wearing an elk's head?
No, ma'am. It was a skeletal elk head, and it was being worn by a big figure. And I am not the brightest crayon in the box, but I am surely smart enough to not stand out there and let it get close enough for me to see what it was.
You hear a snap of a branch about 10 feet outside the door.
I immediately whip the shotgun up and go right beside Rusty and just prepping it at where the door would open.
And I sort of dropped down. Like up till this point, I was just kind of like holding on to it like like if you've ever been in a karate class, like how you hold on to the kick pad for people who are doing like roundhouse kicks. I was kind of holding it up. Now that I hear that someone's that close, I like drop my weight down so that I'm basically a human boulder, and I make no sound otherwise.
Okay.
I'm gonna crouch behind a cot, camera over the top, just ready for that perfect shot. I was looking for it.
Okay.
Pulitzer time.
Kyle's gonna get behind Levi.
I think Victoria's gonna stand like towards the back of the hut, like away from the door.
Okay. Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah. You guys are all standing around and you listen.
Now, has there been any other noise from any other hut here?
Not at all. It's silent as the grave, some might say. And you realize as you're listening, gun ready, it is once more incredibly silent. There's the hoot of an owl. That's about it.
Levi, there's no the only entrance is the door to this hut.
Yep.
Is there a chimney that would have been in the middle of it for the smoke to get out?
Yes.
I would like. How high is it?
12 feet, maybe.
12 feet? This just seems real dumb. It's real bad. I want 12 feet. That's real tall. I don't know if I could get up.
You look back to this and you're kind of panicking and you're kind of looking around as ways to get out of here. And you notice the fire and you look up to the chimney and you maybe motion for someone to move, and you kind of take a step back and look up the chimney and you see coming down the chimney a long white hand, which is not, it's skeletal. It is like a human-esque hand that is it's like the skin is clinging so close to it, like it is a starved creature, and its hand reaches down the chimney and starts clamoring around for something to grab.
Is it a big hand? Like, can it reach all 12 feet down to the floor?
No. It just starts like it starts pulling at the thatching inside and ripping it up, and it starts trying to grab down at, and it probably can reach the top of this, what is the spit that's holding the cauldron, and it knocks over this cauldron in the middle.
The soup!
Not your soup.
Soup! Oh.
Cheer up, Charlie. It starts pulling apart the roof and scrambling, and I would like everyone to make me a pull, please.
Cool. I'm also redirecting to the hand, obviously.
All right, let's go for who's going first? Cody.
Cody.
That's 8. You're safe.
Oh, that was weird.
Yeah, it didn't load in for me right away.
Yeah, that was super weird for a hot second. Go ahead.
I'll
Yeah, I
get
thought it was a joke. I was
DJ
like,
safe?
no.
I know.
Oh god, this is so nerve-wracking, guys.
All right.
Bisector safe. Amanda.
You gotta do a quick click. Quick click.
Yeah, I'm really bad. I'm the worst at that too. Oh.
9.
9 safe.
This is
Cody,
All right, who's pulling for you?
Cody, do it for me.
Cody.
My fate is in your hand.
You're safe.
There are 18. That's
All right. Yes, and this hand
Forgot to
starts
put the-
clambering and pulling apart the thatching and the pine on the roof. And you hear a sort of what an elk sounds like? That whistling, like call out.
Yeah.
You hear that that whistle, that shriek of an elk, but more severe as it starts. It seems desperate, and it starts to pull apart the roof of this hut. What are you all doing?
Levi immediately, he has gun drawn to it, trying not to blink, motioning everyone to get near the door.
Do you all listen? Do you do what Levi says?
I will inch towards the door. Camera still up on the hand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'll
I'll hit
sort
the
of-
door too.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry. Go. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah, there's dogs. That's the problem. So.
I grab Rusty's shoulder as everyone motions to the door, and I look at him. Now, when this thing falls, we go. And I'm
got it. And I sort of, like I had sunk down onto my heels. I get up onto the balls of my feet, ready to kind of go.
and I lay. You lead them out. I'll cover your backs. And I'm waiting for it to get in. That way, when we exit, we shut the door and try to wedge it in there.
Okay, the hand disappears up the chimney, and you hear it clambering along the roof back towards the door.
Jesus.
I'm gonna move away from the door.
All right.
It already knows where we're at. Should we
It
yell for somebody?
pounds
else?
on the door, and it is scratching and clawing, and it is pushing against this door, pushing against Rusty.
Yeah, I'm gonna start shouting. Help! Help! Somebody help us! It already knows we're in here.
Kyle goes, Padme, is that you?
Padme!
Padme, is that you, dude?
Yeah.
Potomac? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, Padme.
No, dude, it's Padme now.
I hate
don't
the
care.
sand. It gets everywhere.
Whoever it is, it's irritating. All right. So yeah, this thing is pushing really hard. I would like IG. I would like you to make a pull for Constitution, please.
Man, it's your turn to pull for me.
That's a 2.
It's a 2. You're safe. Okay, and you managed to hold this thing back for at least for now, as it's doing that thing where like the door's coming loose and you're having to push back and keep pushing back to keep it closed.
Wait, I thought the door opened outward.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, it's trying to pull the door open is what it's doing, and,
Yeah, and it's
you're
sort
having to
of
pull it
pulling-
closed.
It's pulling me off balance, and I have to keep sitting back like I'm the anchor of the college intramural tug of war team.
There you go.
Can I? If
And
it
our
keeps
lives
pulling-
are on the line.
If it keeps pulling it open for a split second, can I see it looking through the door?
You see just this hollow elk face with no bottom jaw, just like jutting, trying to jut in between the door, and it's shrieking like an elk sound as it tries to
Yeah,
get in between the door.
Levi just cocks his shotgun sideways. You disgusting son of a bitch, and shoots it through the hole in the door.
Excellent. Okay, make me a poll, please.
I don't want to. There's only 17 coins left.
You're in the shot. Get out of the shot.
Excellent. Oh, all right. Charlie, make me a poll. Charlie, you go ahead and make me a poll.
Oh, shit. He's in the shot! Hey!
Oh my
Okay.
goodness.
Charlie, you're trying to get a good clear shot of this, whether you take
Yeah,
it
is
or
there any
not.
shot? I'm really looking for it.
There's a great shot of you managed to see the creature's face, and I would like that poll is for you to because you're freaking
Snap
out.
that
You
picture.
see this empty. You get a good shot, but you see this empty, lifeless, and yet somehow angry-looking elk head. And you just you're shaking. And you just take the Polaroid of Levi firing off this round, and it is deafening. It is so loud. And you are all in this really tight enclosed space of stone.
And it is right on
next
my
to you.
ear.
Right next
I
to
should
you.
probably Paul.
I will leave it for now. But the creature, you hear it shriek, and it slams both fists against the door, and you hear it tear off into the night. And you actually hear a great clamoring in the center as you realize that the logs of the bonfire have completely toppled as it kind of crashes into them, and it runs off. It is now pitch black. You guys are in this hut. Something has just happened. What are you doing?
Do we hear any of the people that live here, like, do we hear them moving around at all?
Your ears are kind of ringing a little bit, but as you kind of focus to listen, Victoria, no.
I open I tap Rusty on the shoulder, and I try to open the door, and like I want to shine my light out with shotgun in the other hand.
Mm-hmm.
I want to have Rusty open, like, just give me a little gap in it, and see if I can see a hut to just like whistle at and like yell at and be like, what is it, Potomac?
Potomac. Yeah.
And see if I can't see if I can't call out to somebody.
Yeah, you can call out to her, and there's no movement, and you're looking. There's another hut just to the right and left of this one. They're in a circle, and there is no response. No one calls out, no matter what you yell. Help! Help us out. No response. No lights. Nothing.
I look back to the group. What do y'all reckon we do here?
Not go anywhere. There's fucking crazy shit out there. I'm staying in here. I'm hunkering down. I don't know about you.
Listen, I'm like real stretched out. We could make it for the boat. I'm just saying.
How long did it take us to get here
30
from
minutes.
the boat? 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Was
Levi,
there a path, or were we
Levi
being
would
just guided.
You were being guided. Levi would remember the way.
Okay.
Listen, it was a 30-minute hike here. That's about an 8-minute run, and that's if you can run the whole time. Yeah, we don't know how fast this creature is, and quite frankly, we gotta be smart about this. I'm not opposed to staying in this hut, but we have got to figure out a way to close this hole in the roof. He kind of ponders for a minute, like really undecisive, because he really wants to check to see if everyone else is okay in those other huts, but knows that it's a bad idea. But he's trying not to be impulsive in doing so.
Why don't you make me a pull?
Oh,
Okay. You managed to keep yourself composed, and you use your judgment, and you stay here, stay put, take care of these people that you were sent here to take care of.
Like the heavy ass posts that were holding the giant ass cauldron.
Yeah.
Are those posts
They're-
thicker?
Yeah, they're pretty thick.
Okay, yeah.
They're good.
I can't fashion a lock with it.
Because it
Like,
pulls
oh,
when
because
the door
it
goes out.
Pulls. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, very much.
Um,
Sorry, I'm
Well,
visual
I'm
issues.
trying to find a way to bar the door.
That would be great.
using-
I would love that. Yes, please.
Okay.
Yes.
That's a poll.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's
Oh,
a
you-
smart.
it's a
That's a
poll.
smart. That's a poll. Is what that is.
Okay.
Okay, let's get
Kyle
moving,
goes
guys.
over.
Mhm.
Oh, Kyle goes over to Charlie real quick and says, "Charlie, just in case anything happens, does your camera take like not selfies? Because I don't know what that
You don't know what a
is,
selfie is. You
but,
know.
like, can your camera like take an auto pic?
Not really. No. I mean, I've gotta aim and shoot, man, and it's gotta be. I've gotta have some distance. This thing is a piece of art. Like it takes a skilled person to use this. All right.
That film, you notice, Charlie, in your hand, that Polaroid is starting to come through. You know. The blast from the shotgun has completely whited out this photo.
Oh, lost the shot. I wouldn't have taken it. Wouldn't have taken it. Damn you, Levi!
I apologize.
For saving your life.
Throw it to the floor, upset.
Levi not knowing what's going on, you just see him, like, he pulls out a compass, and then he pulls, you see him just pull something off of it, and he's just holding it, looking at it. Like, just looking at this piece of paper he pulled out of his compass.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I definitely don't think that we should leave. We should stay in here, so... I don't know, she's definitely not going to get back to sleep, and she's definitely going to write this down, but she's just going to be, like, listening to see if anything else happens.
I'm gonna talk to you about the about what I saw, because I didn't get the picture, but at least if I start to talk to you, that'll give us a good story, because there was definitely something there. Like, I saw it, whether my camera got it or not, so I'll at least exchange that information to you.
Yeah, because I don't think I would have seen it. You were
well,
trying.
yeah, I was going for it.
Yeah.
What do we have on us? What did we bring with us for this? Like, were we packed for a few days? Was it just a...
You knew that there would be accommodations, so you don't have any form of, like, sleeping bags or anything. I would say you each probably have, like, a backpack, a water bottle. You have at least a compass, but you may also search this hut if you would like to.
Was there... we each brought extra change of clothes, right?
Hmm?
I want to look at everyone and be like, I'm going to need everyone to put every piece of clothing you have on as quickly as you can. The more padding you have against claws, the better.
Oh, that's a bummer. I just got a sick tank.
He just has like 3 tank tops on. Arms exposed.
Don't put enough to slow your movement down. Just give yourself a little extra padding just in case you get swiped at.
What's the temperature? Like, what's... Because, like, how is that
It's
gonna
summer,
affect...
but it's an island, and I've done this in July. It's pretty cold. It's pretty cold. It's humid
night,
as
right?
hell.
Obviously, it gets better during the day, but
Yeah.
colder at night.
Yeah.
Okay. So it would be comfortable now, but maybe not later.
Is it cold or is it Gabby cold?
I have no body fat. It's
It's fairly chilly.
let's say it's not July. It's
You
like
got that breeze.
May, and yeah,
Okay.
there's like a sea breeze coming in, and it's that wet, damp cold that like settles in your bones. Yeah.
Got it. I throw on this almost ridiculous this tan shirt, and then like a slightly heavier jacket that is reminiscent but not exactly like a British tan
Safari jacket.
Safari jacket.
Cause we're going hunting, boys.
Cause he doesn't know any better. He's not a woodsman. He just knew he was going to this island to exploit it. Maybe not exploit it because he's a good person.
No, definitely not. No.
Definitely not exploit it.
Okay.
But so he puts that stuff on and he just sort of kind of settles in. He kind of toes the door a little bit. He's not trying to break what he just set up, but he just wants to make sure it's holding at least a little bit before he sort of hunkers in near the door in case he needs to respond to further action.
Okay.
Does Kyle really only have tank tops?
He probably has like a surf suit, like a bodysuit. Right?
I was actually just gonna say he has like the wetsuit, but it's like down below, hanging on his shorts.
Oh, like when you take them.
He doesn't have the upper part on.
What about Victoria? Do you have extra clothes and stuff?
Yeah, I think she probably would have packed like a hoodie and like a light jacket, like a fall jacket.
Yeah, I've
But
got
she's
a
definitely
nice...
not going to layer her pants because she can't run that way.
That's fair. Yeah, no, I would agree with that. I'm definitely not layering pants. But, I got like a tweed jacket, maybe another dress shirt on top. Maybe take the tie off.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I will say it's probably at this point you
Put it
guys
on my
realize Levi didn't pack any extra clothes. That's what he has on him. Levi didn't break.
He roughing it.
Oh, it was your idea, but you don't have it.
It's my natural musk.
Well, I have like jeans and
So you're already kind of prepared anyway.
Yeah, I have
He's
jeans
wearing
and a hunting
Levi's
jacket.
Ooh.
Oh,
jeans. Yeah.
my brand.
They're actually
Yeah, I mean,
regulars. It's fine.
just waiting for Levi's just listening. He has this paper in his hand. He's looking at what he took out of his compass, but he's listening while just looking at it.
All right, you guys are sitting around, and it is dead silent. Like there's like no talking. Some of you are holding your breath, and you're listening, and there is no sound but the sounds of nature. Maybe the very distant, waves coming up, breaking on the rocky shores. And you got a lot of time to sit still, hold that gun close, and look at this picture that you have, and maybe hold your trinkets and kind of think of home. As you kind of look around this hut, and you notice around the hut are a few things from the mainland, including a rope, that lantern, another flashlight. On a shelf, you see some jars, a water skin, and you see a single bit of rolled paper.
Ooh, I'll check out that rolled paper.
Hey, Charlie. Yeah, Charlie, you make me a pull.
Oh, okay. I can do that.
Okay, safe with the queen. Charlie, yeah, you pull it down, and as you do, you kind of hit one of these jars, and it kind of like wobbles a little bit, but it steadies. And you pull this paper down, and you unravel it, and you see that it is actually a map of this island. Very crude, maybe in charcoal. Yeah.
Cool. I guess I will. Ooh. I'm gonna take a picture of it.
Cool. All right.
I love all the emotions that just happened. Like
so many things. So I'm gonna take a picture of it, so at least I've got it. And then once I've gotten that taken, I'm gonna walk it over to Levi and be like, "Hey, dude, I found this map. That could be helpful, right?"
Levi takes the map from him, looks it over. Does it show? You said it's a rough. Is there anything particular on the map? Is it just a map of the island?
It is a map of the island, and it is pretty crude, but you do see kind of like a crescent shape where it was like dotted, where it seems like that pebble beach that you guys came up on, the rock beach, where that is.
Yeah.
And then you see like a drawing of a hut where you guys are, and you see just a couple of trees, scattered here and there, some pine trees, and then across from where that rock or where the beach was, you see just a big like a child draws a hill, like just a big not a parabola but the big and then it's colored in black.
Kyle's peeking over Levi's shoulder to see if he sees anything like with large waves drawn on any parts of the island.
There are some, how like a map would have just a couple of those little pointy waves by where you parked the boat, and on the other side of this big black hill drawing.
Now, is the black hill in between us and the boat, or just off to
It is completely opposite of the boat. So you got beach, so you got beach, a village about, a fourth the way in, and then way on the other side of the island is this big hill.
Do I have any, Levi takes, Levi, while doing this, ask, do any of y'all happen to have a compass?
I have a compass.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Also?
Victoria?
I'm pretty sure I saw you pull one out, but I'm going to keep it myself.
Yeah, he has one, but he dips his finger in some ash and just makes a line going like from where they are to the beach and hands it to Victoria. If anything happens to me, just follow the map and we'll get you to the shoreline. Because you said I remember, I can track where we are.
Yes.
I don't need the map. But if something happens to me, now they have one.
Yeah.
So Kyle has both a beeper and a pager.
You do.
Yeah. He's going to look at either of them and see if he has any correspondence or anything.
You have one that is dated from this afternoon, just before you arrived at the island.
Yeah.
And it says, I packed you extra underwear, Mom XOXO.
Dang it, Mom. Told you I'm an adult.
You only need the one.
So the hole that the thing tried to crawl down, is that the chimney?
Yes. It's more like a
Does it
crude,
have-
it's just a
Do we
circular.
have like a fire under that?
It is smoldering,
Going?
not going.
Should we like find stuff to like make that a fire and like light it up? That way nothing really comes down, it's just burn ass.
If we lit a fire, would I know if our hut is sealed enough to if we made a fire, if light would protrude out or no?
I mean, he already knows you're in here, man. But if you, nah, because you've only got the one door. There's no window, and from the top it probably wouldn't show any light. So if anything, it might be cracks through the door.
Is it a thatched roof? Is that what you said earlier?
Just pine, yeah, thatched pine. Yeah.
I'm gonna poke through some jars. Why not? I got nothing. I'm not protecting us.
It's
How
only
mu-
a thatch pine roof.
How much roof did we lose?
Oh, that's a good question.
Around the hole, it made the hole probably about half a foot, like 6 inches bigger, around.
So how big is the hole now?
We'll say 2 feet.
Okay.
Yeah, Kyle's gonna start throwing like anything that doesn't look important onto the fire. See if he can get it going.
Cool. Yeah, make me a pull, Kyle.
Oh, well, damn. Oh,
You're safe, Kyle.
man.
All right. So you're Charlie. Charlie, you're looking through some jars here.
Yeah, I'll poke through some stuff.
Yeah, you're poking around and you open some stuff up, and some things that you open, which are these are mason jars from the mainland, and there's some stuff smells. There's like peaches, and there's some apricots and just like pickled things, including pickles, and maybe some animal body parts, livers and gizzards and stuff like that.
So just food containers.
Mostly
of sorts.
food. Yeah, mostly food related things, pickled things. Yeah.
Am I feeling hungry at all?
Make me a pull.
Sure, absolutely. Because I'm not afraid to take a snack. Ooh.
Our first Joker.
Hey, that's what I
Yes.
get for trying to eat things.
Yes.
That I shouldn't be eating.
Yeah, you're feeling pretty
I
hungry.
got peckish. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna grab a peach. I'm gonna grab a little peach, and just the one. I'm not like eating it all. Just taking a bite.
Yeah, you take a bite, and there's kind of spiced. Very nice. These fruits, yeah, taste pretty good.
Tasty. Okay, cool.
Spicy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was delicious.
Okay.
I'm so nervous.
Okay.
Does anyone know what time it is?
I check my pocket watch.
Okay. Yeah, you check your pocket watch, and by the light of this fire that Kyle is starting, it is about 1 a.m.
It's 1 a.m.
I've
Still
used so
got
much time.
5 hours till dawn.
I'm gonna go over to the lidded but fallen over cauldron and see if any of the stew can be salvaged, because we may be here for a while.
So you go through, and yeah, the cauldron. So even though it fell over, it's it's still bulbous and kind of round, and it's still got like enough in there to maybe 2 bowls of
Okay. I'll pick up the cauldron, and haul it with my linebacker strength. I'll haul it off to the side so that it is out of the way if there is further fighting in the middle of the cabin.
Okay. As you are sitting here and listening and going through jars, and you're starting to take snacks, and we got Levi looking at his picture, Kyle working on that fire, and everyone hears, all of you hear, behind your hut, opposite of where you came onto the island, a wailing scream of a woman.
How far away?
You're straining. It doesn't stop. It carries on.
Levi-
and yeah, and
Levi
it's
goes.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow.
Levi runs.
okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna chase with him.
I feel like
He runs out the door.
Levi-
I follow him.
Levi-
I actually,
yes.
I actually grab him and try to stop him from opening the door.
You stop Levi from
What-
opening?
What are you doing?
There's a woman out there that needs help.
You don't know that. You don't know that's not that thing. You don't know what's going on. You don't know they didn't set us up.
I'm going out.
I'd like you to make a
Don't-
pull for me, Levi.
Oh, me. Oh.
Queen, you're
hang on.
safe. Levi, you recognize this? You're freaking out and you're kind of nervous right now, but you realize as it goes on that this is actually the screeching of a cougar, of a mountain lion, out in the dark, which sounds rather like, eerily, very much like a screaming, wailing woman. And you are able to calm down with Rusty with his hands on your jacket, and you realize what's going on.
Once I realize what's going on, I gotta pat Rusty's massive arm.
It continues. It's still going on and wailing. And the other, you guys don't know
Yeah, I was
what
gonna
this
say,
is.
are we gonna go save that woman, or what are you guys having a powwow at the door for? Can we like move this along?
I turn around and just put my finger up to my lips, and
I let him
I
go, but put myself between him and the door.
I walk over to him, that way I can whisper to Charlie that it's not a woman, that's a cougar. They are.
You know, it's still a woman. It's
I
still a
mean-
woman.
I mean,
If you're,
What's your point?
I mean,
Are we
I'm
still
gonna go.
going?
I'm gonna go. But
I don't see the problem.
Only one of us needs to go out.
I volunteer.
I volunteer as tribute. But no, he explains to him that it's not a woman. It's a cougar that's out there.
And you're 100% sure of that? Like, there's no
I am-
chance at all that it could be a human person screaming for help.
I am positive, right? Like it's not like up in the air.
It lets out a very mountain lion-esque sound that amongst the wailing the others might not have recognized, but you hear like the classic like
Yeah.
of a
You can hear it. You know what's in there.
Yeah.
All right, cool, fine, whatever.
Cool.
I trust you.
but it doesn't stop, and it continues on. And then, as you guys are just listening, like still in the night, it just continues wailing. And you realize, Levi, that maybe this isn't what is usually the mating call of a mountain lion. Or maybe it was at first. Which something very loud, while something is out there, tends to attract attention. And it turns into the panicked growling and screeching of a mountain lion. And then suddenly it stops.
Well,
I need to pee.
that's never good.
I need.
Hey,
Hey,
I wanna
Levi. I need to pee. Can you like? Can you like? I just need to nip around the hut. Can you just like? I just need to have a second hand behind
Pete
me.
and George,
You
really.
need a second hand.
Pee in a jar!
I need a second hand, sir.
I'm gonna go find that cougar.
Gotta go get that cougar.
You can find
I'm gonna watch my
yourself a
back.
cor-
I'm not peeing in
You
the
can-
hut. I cannot
you
do
can
it.
pee. You will pee in the corner of the hut.
I
We are
cannot.
not
pee in
opening.
the hut.
We are not.
Now with
opening
Victoria here, I can't.
Yeah, I can't. I work with her. I'm not gonna pee near her. That'll just
Do
ruin
you
it.
want to
I'd have to
die?
quit. I'd have to quit.
It's the ammonia with the Polaroid
George, we're
film.
not opening the door, so you have to pee.
I have to pee.
I grab him by the
ocean, man. It's all water.
Yeah.
I
so
grab him by the
shoulder.
shoulders and just like hold him there. I was like, "Do you have any idea how big a mountain lion is and how strong it is?"
Do you know how quick I can pee?
Was it a mountain lion or a cougar? You said.
They're the same thing.
Oh yeah.
It was a cougar. Remember cougar joke? That's.
But well, something just attacked that creature and killed it. So I suggest you can either sit here and piss your pants,
Which we're all gonna be doing pretty soon here.
because I'm not.
Or hold it like an adult.
I got paid to keep you all safe,
Exactly. So if I step outside to pee,
and I'm not going to risk everyone else's safety because you don't want to piss in a jar in the corner.
I'm not pissing in the jar. There's food in those jars. Come on, guys.
I
Fine,
grab
I'll
one
hold
and
it,
dump
okay?
it out.
I'll hold it, alright?
I grab one of the jars and just
Mhm.
dump it out and hand it to
Oh, what a waste.
Yeah.
First the soup, now this.
Pee in a cauldron. Oh, it's empty now. Whatever.
I mean, yeah, it's empty. That's a good point.
No, there are two.
Eat it.
bowls of soup
Eat it.
worth- Yeah. Eat it before you pee.
Okay. Yeah. And you guys hear that that a silence again, and then as you wait and listen, the rustling returns to the village.
The rustling of villagers or the rustling of a creature?
Who's to say?
I feel like that's two
Or does
distinct
it sound
things.
like it did before?
It sounds
it
like
the
it did.
rustle that-
It sounds like it did before.
Okay. The rustle that woke Charlie up that
Yes.
almost killed us.
Yes.
About how long has it been? Do we think since then?
40
Tough.
minutes, 45 minutes, we'll say.
Tough to tell with adrenaline, but okay.
Yeah.
'Cause I didn't look at my watch until he asked about
Yeah,
what
it's
time
1
it was.
a.m. So we'll say that was like 12:15. It's 1 a.m. now, ladies. So, yes.
So we all need to pee. I get it. It's fine.
Soon as
Very
Levi
different sort of
hears the
party.
wrestling, he just he makes sure the shotgun has 2 shells loaded, and I have 1 extra, and he just waits.
Okay. You wait, and you hear the rustling. It doesn't stop, and it keeps coming as it's walking and through the brush, and it eventually reaches like this, the dirt padding of the circular village, and so you kind of hear the footsteps, but padded, and you've barred the door, and you hear twigs breaking in the kind of the campsite area, so in the village.
There's
it's nearing-
nothing I can look out.
You hear wind passing through the skull as it seems to be, as it kind of whistles and sniffs in the area, and you hear the door of another hut open.
Tommy!
I
No!
Tommy!
punch him right in the face.
Okay,
He
Kyle,
started
make
like-
me a pull.
I'm sorry. You made noise. I had to just knock him out. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Our
man.
second Joker. That means that there is 1 Joker left. There will be dire consequences for whomever pulls the next Joker.
I don't do anything for the rest of the game. I'm just joking.
All right, you guys hear a door open. Kyle gets punched right in the nose, and Kyle, you fall backwards, and on that empty jar, you hit your head and it breaks, and you've got a cut on the back of your head now, and you're starting to bleed.
I wish I peed in it. I wish I'd peed in it. You got lucky. You got lucky.
While listening, because I do feel bad, but I'm still sticking by my job. I'm still listening, and I go up to him, but I hold his mouth shut while trying to find some type of rag in my in my jacket or something, some type of rag, piece of clothing or something.
Yeah, handkerchief.
To wrap around
Yeah,
his
pull
head.
it out. Yeah, then a bandana, something. Yeah, and you can.
Yeah, and put it around his head where the cut is.
Sure.
And just
Okay.
holding his mouth
Mhm.
with real serious eyes, looking at him, just going the finger up to my lips.
In the meantime, I've got like my ear doing the Hulk Hogan thing with my ear up to the door,
Okay.
trying to hear anything that's going on.
You hear pottery and furniture and glass breaking all up in this other hut.
But no screaming or anything?
No.
Okay. I wait.
Okay.
I slowly take my hand off Kyle's mouth to see if he just
It hurts a little bit.
put it right back.
Kyle, things go fuzzy. And you black out for like 4 seconds. And then you're back.
I was wicked.
Head rush, bro.
Awesome.
Victoria, what are you up to?
She's just waiting and listening.
The door falls shut of the other hut, and you hear another one open. So I'd say the one opposite of you is the one that opened, and then the one to its left. And you hear again the tossing of like a cot, and then or like a bed, and then the shattering of glass as maybe a lantern breaks, and things being thrown about.
Okay, so it's going one by one, searching huts.
Does it sound like it's only stuff getting tossed around? Like there's no other, like somebody moving or...
There's no other sounds. There's no other sounds of like a voice at all. You do hear, by the second hut, the, that chuffing again, and then a few sharp, short elk shrieks.
Is there a few sharp, short what?
The elk shrieks. So, like, you know what the velociraptors sound like when they, like, call to each other? No, when they call and they're like, ooh, ooh, kind of like that, and they, like, call to each other. There's really guttural and creepy. They're like birds. Ooh. Anyway, in Jurassic Park. Okay,
Is
fine.
that in, like, the Chris Pratt movies?
No.
Or?
It's in all the movies. It's terrifying. It's a sound that keeps me up at night. Whatever. They're short, like, ooh, but like an elk. Like, very, shrill, like carries, yeah.
It's like deep. It's like deep but loud at the same time. It's weird.
Yeah, it's a very unique sound. Anyway, yeah. All right. So you hear it kind of calling out as it's kind of looking around. Yeah, and it is making sounds into the night.
Levi does feel really bad about what he did to just did to Kyle, but he's trying to keep everyone safe. He picks Kyle up, and he walks over to Rusty, and says, "It's checking houses one by one. We can either try to go while it's inside of another house, or when it gets to this one, I will shoot it and hope that it runs away again, but I do not think it is wise to stay here."
I agree.
His natural place is in the water. Oh, that's probably me. Never mind. Just surf some waves. I'm really good. I told you I'm really good at math. Okay.
Are you getting louder?
I clamp my hand over his mouth.
There's like hands, like hot hands on his mouth, like stacks of hands.
I go over.
The door slams on the second hut. It falls shut, and you hear the inhale of the wind moving through this skull. As you look down at your hand, Levi, and it's just covered in the blood from from the wound from Kyle. And you don't hear the third hut door open.
Damn it. Shit. I look at Rusty, I look at Victoria and Charlie. I hold up my hand that's covered in blood and then tap my nose and point to the door.
I look up at I try and listen. I look up at the hole in the roof that is sort of pulled apart, and I want to kind of see if the wind is blowing across it, such as it would be pulling the smell of that delicious human juice on the wind towards where that creature is.
And so it is. What are you doing?
I'm gonna have my camera ready. At the door. I gotta get this shot! Okay? I need my shot.
A twig breaks outside.
But I'm gonna keep my eye on I'm gonna try to divert attention, switch back and forth constantly, because I never know where it's gonna come from, so.
I take my hat, rub the blood on it, and throw it up through the chimney and hope the wind takes it past it.
All right, you kind of throw it up and out, and pretty immediately you hear a big thump on the roof as you see the ceiling kind of bows.
I immediately let go of Kyle and start opening the door.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
and I motion for Charlie and Victoria and Kyle to get out, and I'll pretty much get right behind Rusty.
Okay. Yeah.
And I have shotgun ready.
All right, you guys all booking it?
I mean, if it's on the roof, I mean, yeah.
I'm gonna try.
I'm making sure I'm the last one out, and then I'll try to get back to the front.
Who's at the front? Who's at the front?
Kyle.
Okay.
What?
I don't think you are. I think someone's holding you.
No, I got let go of Kyle.
All right, Kyle's booking it. Which way are you booking it? Towards where you know is the way of the beach, or the behind your hut? Towards the beach. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, towards the boat. Okay. You're booking it. All right. As you guys are just booking it, I would like you all to make me a pull.
Okay.
Can I say that I rotate just to see if I can see anything on the roof? Because I gotta get that shot.
Yes.
I just want to do a quick spin move.
Yes.
Okay.
Kyle got a king.
Amanda,
I got a 6.
safe. Bisector.
I got the Joker.
Got a Joker. The third joke. Okay, we're gonna stop there, and we're gonna hold off on all these things.
Sick.
We're gonna flip all these back. We're gonna put them all together. Shuffle it up. Who hasn't pulled yet?
Me.
Okay, go
And
ahead.
me.
Go ahead and make those
Yeah.
pulls. Safe.
Trusty DJ to get me to.
And the king. Okay.
Just me.
As you are running, Charlie, you look back, and you look up at this thing, and the moon moves from behind the trees, and you see this pale, white, ghostly silhouette, or figure, because it barely has features at all, save for the head, which is this bleached elk skeleton with this glorious rack of antlers. But the body is humanoid, and the skin is just so tight to the bones, and it's up on haunches, and it's ripping with long black claws through this hat, through the thatch roof, just at the same time, and just snarling and whistling like an elk. And it is the shot of a lifetime. You've never seen anything like this before, and you go for it. And
yes!
You guys are running, and you're running, and you don't realize that Charlie is a step behind you. Mm-hmm.
I will say I was
Until we
making
see
sure
the
I was
flash
last.
from.
Yes, you're okay. You make sure that you're last, and you see Charlie, the flash atop his Polaroid, and you look at him to see why he stopped, and you are suddenly hit with the flash of his Polaroid, and you stumble a bit, and the creature turns just in time to just get this award-winning shot, National Geographic shot. It's beautiful.
Let's
It
go.
dives off the roof and pins you down,
Oh,
Charlie.
no. But my camera.
And your
It's
camera,
got a
but it hits the ground hard.
Oh.
It hits this dirt ground hard. It doesn't pop open, but this thing is upon you. Levi, what are you doing?
I immediately shoot it in
Okay.
the side of the head
All right.
and try to grab Charlie and push him forward towards where the group is going.
Okay. You shoot it, and the make me a pull, actually. The skull, the top jaw just kind of shatters, and the bone just kind of fragments all over the place, including on top of Charlie. And this thing has its claws in Charlie's shoulders, it has him pinned to the dirt, its long claws, and it just pulls, and it's pulling apart the tendons and the sinew in his shoulders. And Charlie, you are screaming bloody murder. It is.
I shoulder check it.
Those are my photo arms.
And you barrel into it, and it shrieks, and it falls to the side, releasing Charlie.
And I grab Charlie and try to go.
What's up, Victoria?
I was gonna say, I've definitely heard all this. I want to go back and try to pick Charlie up too.
Okay. All right, Levi and Victoria, make me a pull. Tori's safe. Safe. All right, you guys get him to his feet, and he is bleeding out just all from his chest, but his camera's intact. It seems good. Hasn't popped open. He's got a good shot, but in the film whirls out, but it's hanging on as it does in the bottom of a Polaroid, and you're booking it towards the beach. All right, and the monster kind of gets up behind you, and it kind of shakes as it seems to have been blinded by the light, and then blinded by the shot, and then fractured by the shot in the skull, and you guys are booking it. You book it, and you're just running, and you're not stopping, and you're rushing, and there's like you can hit in the face with branches, and it's so hard to see you guys, and the only person with a light is Levi, who clicks it on maybe like halfway, just remembers that he has it like halfway down this trail, and you're booking it, and maybe you trip a few times, but you finally make it to this rocky beach.
Are we all there?
You're all there.
I want to do a head count. Like, first thing I do is a head count.
Yes, you're all there.
All 6 of us.
Am I conscious? Am I just in a lot of pain?
You're in extreme pain, yeah, but you're conscious.
Okay.
I would say you're bleeding from the mouth. You're like drooling. It's like you're just.
I take
Yeah. Okay.
I take my jacket off. Take each sleeve of my jacket and wrap it under his armpit, around his shoulder. You said I had him by the shoulders, right?
It had him. Yeah, I thought you said you had him. I was like, that'd be very bad idea. Yeah, it had him.
I'm wrapping under the armpit, over the shoulder, the sleeves to my jacket to just make sure it doesn't try to close the wounds. Mm. So not a great solution for now, but just something quick.
That's great. No, yeah, and you guys make it to this rock beach where you've docked your boat, and you see the boat on the horizon, a shadow in the distance, drifting away, maybe half a mile out to sea.
What about the dinghy?
You see the dinghy. It has been shredded.
I don't have my hat anymore.
My surfboard's on that boat.
I look at Kyle and just say, so would you mind telling me where you met Potomi?
She came to me and was like, hey, I know that you're like into giving tours and like surfing and stuff. So I was like, yeah. What of it? And she was like, well, I think I got an offer for you, dude. I was like, all right. So I was like, what do you got? And she's like, I got an island where the surf's great, pays even better, bring people in, see what's up. And I was like, that's all I know. I can't really concentrate right now. I got a big gash on the back of my head.
Monster must have got me or something.
Kyle. So she, the outward-facing individual of a reclusive tribe, said, "We have come for some surfing and some money. Just bring people."
Yeah.
Didn't tell you anything else. Didn't.
She said it'd be like a good opportunity to like branch out in my network. Like I don't know. She had fancy words.
She used the word network.
She used the word network, and
that appeals to me. I like intelligent women.
She said something about growth and networking, and like I was like, all right, I need I can money. Look, believe it or not, aside from this big gash on my head, I'm like really good with numbers. You probably couldn't tell, but
no, I couldn't.
All right, it hurts a little bit, but all right.
Victoria, make me a pull. Just the one pull.
I'm trying.
Nope.
Oh, dang it. Okay, that's just one.
Okay.
It's a 9.
Where'd that one go?
They pop back onto the table.
Okay.
You see, you hear more rustling in the brush, but you realize that it's more from above than on the ground this time. And you look up, and strictly because of the moon and starlight, you see a figure jumping from tree to tree, kind of in the distance, from whence you came.
I want to just like pat Levi and like show him, like point to it.
Levi, his mind racing, like thinking of how he's in this situation, trying to get back to his daughter. Focuses up when he sees this thing, and I'm looking around to see if there's any strategical advantage, like anywhere that I could get that would be the safest for me and these people to be.
You can tell that there's maybe like a cliff around, like a 10-foot cliff around the whole island, and maybe you could try to run alongside the shore, or the cliff, as it were.
Does it seem like I've hurt this thing at all in the 2 shots I've put into it?
You fractured the bone, but it doesn't seem to have slowed, no. Would you like to load in your other shots?
Yeah, I only have one. I have 2 shots left.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
So yeah, I load the other shot and say, okay, we're gonna follow the shoreline to see if we can't figure something out on the way, but we gotta get going.
Okay.
I'm gonna start moaning and groaning on the ground, just trying to making
it's not
noises.
Good. It's not
pain
good.
noises. It's not looking good for me, guys.
How
I'm
young
in a lot of pain.
are Charlie and Victoria?
I'm like late 20s. If you
Yeah,
want
I
an
was thinking
exact number,
about
I can give you one.
Like late 20s,
No,
early
you
30s.
That's fine.
No, you
Range
can't.
is fine.
That's about where I was as well.
Oh man.
I'm gonna start shouting. Asking if any of the crew brought the peaches from the hut. I'm real hungry, guys. I need some peaches,
I want to just cover his mouth.
please. Guys, it hurts, and
Muffled
I'm
screaming
peaches,
and
please.
shrieking. Yeah.
I just look at Rusty as to like, should I knock this dude out? Should I knock him out?
Victoria, did you put your hand over my mouth?
I think I'd probably use like my arm because it would muffle it
Perfect.
more with my sleeve.
Perfect. I'm gonna give you a nice hard bite. Real hard. I'm going for blood.
Yes. Make me a pull, Victoria.
The 2.
2. All right. It hurts, and he does draw blood. But you manage to kind of jerk away from him, and he begins screaming and screeching again that he's starving
I
and he's in
curb
so much pain.
I curb stomp him.
Oh.
Now that's when you put the curb in someone's mouth and then you crush the back of their skull.
Her arm is the curb.
Do you want to murder him or like?
Do
you mean you kick him?
I put the boot upside his head.
All right.
Like
Yeah, make me a pull.
Going for it.
Okay.
To me?
No. Let's do Rusty. Make me a pull.
Oh, cool. Perfect.
Who's doing it?
DJ, why don't you do that for me?
All right.
Yeah. Kick him, and then why don't you make a pull? Bisexual.
Yeah, you know what? I definitely will.
Charlie, make a pull.
I definitely will do that. Yeah.
Yeah, you managed to kick him, and you go fuzzy, and you're a little bit disoriented, and instead of like screaming, you're just moaning like my shoulders, yeah, and you're still not doing good. You're very thirsty. You're very hungry. You're in a lot of pain, and guys, this thing is it's upon you. It's here. Let's move. It jumps down from the tree, and you see this pasty white silhouette of this just long-armed, skeletal, fleshy. You see its ribs and its like gut going in. You know, you see like the spine all down its back.
What legs does it walk on?
Its hind legs, but its front arms are very long, and it kind of rests on the knuckles a little bit as it kind of moves forward.
I take a shot at the legs, its front arms.
Make me a pull.
I'm gonna say I take both shots.
Okay.
I rip both shots at
Let's
it.
do it. 2 pulls then. Okay, you're safe. And sound. Okay, yeah, you fire at this thing, and you see, on the hip, the shotgun, and then maybe you've got this flashlight too. You see it. You shoot it once in one of its shoulders, and just black, disgusting humor just like splurts out of it. on that side, and then this one you get it in the elbow, and it just like that arm is just limp, and this one is like shredded. And it howls, and it doesn't back away, but it kind of leans back on its hind legs and starts trying to lumber towards you.
Is it slower though?
It is.
I fireman's carry Charlie, and start running down the shoreline.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to bite at him.
Okay. Yeah, make me a pull.
I don't know if I can. I'm just gonna wherever I can.
Yeah.
Wherever I can. Yeah.
Make me a pull, Charlie.
Can do.
It's very hot. You managed to bite him in the back. Get him right in the love handle or something. Yeah.
Yeah, right in the love handle. Delicious.
Oof. And yeah, you done got bit, Levi. You got bit in the back, and he's just biting on you. Are you gonna keep running? You gonna try and punch him out? What you gonna do?
At this moment, is he bite? Because I'm trying to put him on my shoulders.
Yeah. Oh, like across your shoulders, or like you got him on one?
No, across my
yeah,
shoulders.
like up, like yeah.
Oh, then maybe in the arms, maybe.
Yeah, I'll get you a little arm. I'll get you a little bicep.
Little arm action.
If he's bite at this point, I'm just focused on running down the shoreline, so I'm just going with him.
Okay.
Do I get any? Did I get any?
Of me?
He's bleeding, and you got blood. His blood now going down.
Is that helping at all? Do I feel any better? Like, is it like a little bit? I need a little something. A little something.
No, it doesn't.
Nothing?
No.
I'm gonna try to struggle. I'm gonna try to struggle to get out of his grip.
All right, make me a pull.
Can do.
Okay, yeah. And then Levi, make me another pull to kind of hang on to him. If you're really fighting, to hang on to him.
I'm flailing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get somewhere else where I can eat.
He drops out of your arms, but Levi, you are far enough away to like grab him by the scruff of the shirt and drag him along if you want to, or you can decide to leave him. It's up to you.
I'm still taking him.
All right, you're getting dragged along. You can't bite him. You're getting pulled by the back of the shirt.
I'm still flailing.
Maybe a little by your ponytail.
As best I can. Less the arms because obvious reasons.
Yeah, you can't. You're not good at lifting them, but you're trying.
Yeah, I can't get higher than this, if that.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely like clawing at the ground or like kicking my feet.
You kind of look down and you see that you did in fact, on this hanging from this Polaroid is still the film, and it's a beautiful shot, man. It's really nice. Yeah. All right, you guys are going around the diameter of the outside whatever of the island, and you're running along the beach. Where are you going?
Is there anything on the ground as I'm passing? Like, I'm trying to grab things that I could maybe snack on.
There's all kinds of rocks and sticks.
Yeah, but nothing that would be like... I mean, I'll try a little of everything. I'm not gonna lie.
Give me a pull.
Yeah, I absolutely will. I need a little something, man. Apparently, human flesh doesn't do it for me, so...
You find a box tortoise.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna try to take a little, like maybe the tail. I'll start with the tail.
All right, we're not gonna focus on this, but you're sitting there, and then Levi, you can look back and you see that he is like mangling this, like eviscerating this poor tortoise.
What the fuck?
All right, you guys are running. You're booking it. Okay, we got Kyle in tow. Kyle, you're woozy, and you do a little sidestep drunk thing a little bit. Victoria, you're running. Rusty, you're going.
I want to see, like, if I can see him do that, I want to try to, like, put his arm over my shoulder to try to help him along.
Oh, Kyle, yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, yeah, you guys are helping each other pretty well, and you're running. Where are you guys going?
The map was crude, right? Like, yeah. I know nothing of this place. I'm just following the shoreline until I can see something that looks like a cave, maybe, or something that we can hunker down in.
Yeah. Yes, let's say you guys run and don't stop running for like 40 minutes, and then Kyle just collapses. He just can't. He's first of all of your legs are burning.
Definitely not because he's in poor shape. He is in peak physical condition.
Except the head thing.
But
and you just collapse, and Kyle is just down for the count for right now. He's just heaving on the ground. You're all just heaving, and you do find a big black. Kind of like a rocky section, and you realize that there is in fact a cave.
And I motion to Rusty and Victoria and point to the cave, and like motion for them to grab. How do we feel like we got a bit ahead of this thing?
Yeah, because of the manner of it had been slowed. Yeah.
Okay, can you guys please grab Kyle and let's get in this cave?
I mean, I can't do shit. Am I still conscious? / did that turtle do anything?
You're feeling... No, not really.
Man.
No. But
I would have dumped the turtle while we were running. Then I just
chuck it. It's
still
a
looking
tortoise.
for my next meal, man.
Chuck it.
I need something.
Yes. Who's going into this cave first, or like to go peek at, like look at it first?
Oh, I'm gonna head towards it.
All right.
If I'm not being held still on the cave.
I was dragging you into the cave.
Perfect.
All right.
I'm just along for the ride.
All right, Levi. You kind of look around this cave. And you're kind of looking around it with your flashlight here. Are you ditching the gun? You hanging on to the gun? What are you doing?
I have no more ammo. I toss it.
You can do something with it.
I pick it up.
Oh, you pick it up?
I'm gonna use it as a club.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Yeah, you're kind of walking through, Levi, and you suddenly step on something you don't have because you're looking forward with your flashlight. You step on something, and there's just a crunch, and you look down and you see that there you are. It's a pile of bones, is what you have stepped on, and you recognize it as part of a deer.
Hmm.
Is there anything left on the bones?
Yeah.
Is it just bones? Are they dry
let's
bones?
say it is. It's half. It's the top half of a deer, and
Okay.
the body is mostly gone, but like the neck and head, because that's not as like good for most predators to get at,
Right.
is still into eyeballs rotting out. And
Can I get it from where I'm sitting on the ground? Because I'm assuming he's still dragging me.
yeah, he's
so
dragging you, and you can roll right on that bad boy. And
I would love to, and just start picking at it if I
Yeah.
could.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Levi,
so
this
that's what I'm
guy you're dragging around is going ham on this rotting deer
So good.
carcass.
Is it doing
Alright.
anything for me?
It's not, but
It's
you don't.
not!
But you don't care.
Correct. Yeah,
You're
I'm
gonna
still
keep
going for it.
trying.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta find something, right? You gotta try all the parts.
I
Like
look
the
at him.
bones.
I look at him like, do you have some sort of condition that you're not telling me about?
Dude, I'm hungry. I need something to eat, man. You didn't bring any peaches. This is on you.
I look at Charlie's eyes. Does he look
Cracked out on meth.
fucked up?
He looks
Like,
cracked out on meth. Like
he's just got like
he looks ravenous.
Ravenous.
He looks
Very,
angry
as I'm
and
chomping on them
frantic
bones.
and panicked.
Yep. And I
And,
can't
like-
raise my arms higher than this.
and like ragey virusy. Like, is he looking
is-
monstrous?
He is drooling. But his other than like the fact that he's been ravaged, like his body is still the same. So
Is there any more bones, or is it just this set of deer?
make me a pull if you'd like to take a look around the cave. Okay. So, yeah. You find a boot with a broken fibula jutting out.
A boot.
With a broken leg bone sticking out of it.
Can I shift to the boot real quick?
You can.
I just want to
You
take a
kinda
nibble.
stutter,
I don't
like,
think-
drag
I have a
yourself
feeling
along.
There's not much going on, but I'm gonna give it a quick taste and see what happens. And if it doesn't, I'll go back to the deer.
Yeah, and you kind of pull it out of the shoe, and there's something going on.
Yeah, I mean, if it was encased in the shoe, there's probably a lot more there than the
It's
carcass.
waterlogged.
You're right.
And
Is it good? I don't care.
and
That makes it
pale.
easier to chew through because it's a little soggy, right?
It's like, what's that called? Helical? The shark? Yeah, it's rotted.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I'm
did.
going
I want to like.
I'm not
10
gonna-
feet away from Charlie.
All right, make me a
I'm
pull,
going
Victoria.
to town.
Make me a pull.
It's an 8.
Okay, and Charlie, make me a pull.
Absolutely.
Okay, yeah, I'll say you guys kind of tug of war over it a little bit, and he is like hissing at you, and like, okay, not like,
Microphone.
okay. He's just like growling and snarling, and you manage to pull the leg bone off of the foot bone and kind of stumble backwards. All
I get it. I win.
Yeah, you still got it.
Oh,
Man.
I'm going to town. I'm eating
Okay,
the shit
yeah,
out
we're
of
not
that
going
thing.
into detail, but you got it.
But I'm going to town. Yeah,
Okay,
no,
yeah.
I moved from deer to foot now. So
Yes, and it's doing something for you. So.
Oh yes. Okay.
Is
cool.
there like so his wounds are wrapped up though at this point, right?
Mhm. Yeah, they got shirts. Was it multiple shirts? Is that what you did?
I took one sleeve off my jacket. I took both sleeves off and wrapped one apiece around your arm.
Yeah, and they're soaking through. It's damp, but especially as he's been moving and kind of crawling around.
You've reattached his shoulders to his body via a baby Bjorn made out of your sleeves.
Yes.
Beautiful. All right, there's a little bit deeper to go in this cave, and you notice something. You guys notice something in the back. It seems getting the slightest glint from this flashlight.
I focus in on it. Focus in on it.
Make me a
Check
pull.
it out.
Pull.
Like, I don't think you should go back that deep, dude. Something.
I'd like to use my free pull.
Yes, you each have a free pull because you wore a costume, except for Bisector. Fuck you. And then so you all, yeah. Well, it's far too late for you, my friend. We're gonna.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. You don't make your pull, and you head to the back of the cave, and you realize that it is a police officer's badge.
Nice.
That's all.
Is it just the badge?
There's some bones, but there's no clothing.
Did I hear
No
bones?
clue.
It's gone.
Oh.
Everything is gone. It's not bleached
So
because it's in a cave, but it's
been here. They've been here for a while, then, right? I couldn't tell.
You guys, I think this is like maybe it's a bit head slice cut, but like I think I'm coming to the conclusion we might be on some kind of like freaky cannibal island. I slipped in a froggy. we might be in this freaky cannibal island. I don't know what. I'm just gonna sit down.
You hear that
think-
that purring again, that like that chuffing from coming in.
Coming into the cave.
Sniffing. You hear it sniffing and kind of searching around and scratching on trees and stepping around.
Outside of the cave.
Yeah, Charlie, you don't care. It's fine.
I go over to where Levi is looking at the badge.
Yeah.
And can I take a look at it and see if I can identify which presumably local municipality it's from?
Yeah, it's from Bellevue, Washington. Nothing significant about that pops out to you. You don't remember particularly anyone.
Any cops going missing?
You
or
can make a
anything?
pull if you'd like.
I'll take my free pull on that.
Okay, yeah. You remember an officer being sent on a missing persons case. And they, with some kind of clever, young college journalist made a pun about the fact that it was a double missing person because he went out to find someone and never came back. And it was a cold case. So.
Is this just a single layer? Is there somewhere I could be up high above the creature as it comes in?
That's it, unless you want to go outside and climb up on the rocks outside.
But it's out. I hear it outside though, right?
Yeah, I mean, you haven't gone into this cave. It's only a 20-foot deep. Yeah. So I would say you're all probably in this cave. Victoria and Kyle, the most shallow in. But you can hear it outside 60 feet away.
I'm gonna sort of head. I'm staying in the cave. Basically, what I'm trying to do is I'm gonna try and mirror Kyle. I want to put myself into a position where I am opposite him as he is the most foremost and is bleeding.
Okay.
So I'm kind of... You're further back eating some foot, my dude.
Well,
I'm just saying, man. I'm bleeding out over here as well. I'm just
I know
also
you are.
snacking on a foot.
Right, but he's more forward, so I'm kind of like... I'm not using him as bait,
Oh, if you're
but
using
I'm using him as bait.
do it. Don't want
and
to.
I'm prepared to strike.
Real quick, Gabby, did I have any? I don't have like a hunting knife or anything, right? We chose like shotgun or knife,
I'd say that,
right? Okay. So
You could have a Swiss Army knife, but that's not doing
Yeah.
anything to anybody. You could cut up
Yeah.
twine with it.
I grab Charlie by the back of the shirt again
Mm-hmm.
and start pulling him to the entrance of the cave.
Both of you make me a pull.
Okay, I'm not gonna resist. I got a boot, so
He's content.
yeah, you're taking me there. I don't care.
Oof, Charlie's got a joker. All right.
No, that wasn't me.
Oh,
that
that was
me.
sure?
That was Levi.
Okay.
Yeah, Levi got it. Hey, so did I.
Double
boy.
jokers. All right.
Nope, I'm knocking the pile over.
All right, this is something you can do in Dread that we have not seen before. Rusty is forfeiting. He has decided to
I've
go
knocked
ahead.
over the Jenga pile.
He's knocked over the Jenga tower
Oh.
purposefully. He's pulled the third joker purposefully
Okay.
in order to, in a way, sacrifice himself. What are you doing, Rusty?
Basically, I see the commotion that's happening. I know there's a lot of blood going in that way. And I think of Charlie. And he's suffering.
Yeah.
And he didn't know what was going on. He didn't know what hit him. And I think of my son. And my normal innate cowardice crystallizes for a moment. And as Levi is dragging him up, trying to figure out what's going on, I see, I look at the four of them and I see my son, whose death I was 100% responsible for in all of them. And as they're angling forward and I hear that chuffing sound, I throw myself forward like a maniac, like a whirling dervish with a shotgun that I'm using as a club.
Mm-hmm.
And and given my failure, intentional though it may be, I'm sure I try and strike out at it as it's coming in, and the shotgun probably pops like it was being loaded, and I'm just there.
Okay. You go out swinging, and it immediately notices you, and it like the scene from A Quiet Place. You're there and then you're not. Rusty's just gone, and Kyle, you're right next to him, and you see him just kind of run out, and you're watching him, and it disappears as this thing just passes and takes him, and they're just away, and they're gone. And Charlie turns around and gets a really good bite out of Levi in all the madness.
Yeah.
Right in
Where?
in the thigh, we'll say.
In the thigh, perfect. All right. Yum.
Look at this. Yeah,
Was it good? Was it delicious?
it did something. Yeah.
Okay, that's good enough for me.
And it could probably do more. So
Cool. Oh, good to know.
Yeah, Levi, you got a big gash.
Ooh, bicep and thigh.
He pulled away. He bit down and pulled away, and it's open and searing. It's pretty bad. Rusty's gone. What are you guys doing?
I'm gonna finish the piece.
All right, you take what you got, and he sits back. Victoria, what you up to?
I want to pick up that leg bone that I took from Charlie
Mhm.
and just smack him on the back of the head with it.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to try to knock him out.
All right. Make me maybe pull both of you.
Was the pile reset?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't see because
I got an 8.
I got a 9. Oh. Okay. Oh. Oh, that's nice. Okay. I'll accept that. I got the picture. I got the.
Oh, sorry, I was muted again. On stream.
Yeah, go for it.
Charlie does manage to. Victoria does manage to knock out Charlie, but he feels fulfilled in what he has done between the foot and the leg and the bicep and just getting at everybody. He feels
Not the turtle, no.
not the turtle. That was bullshit. Not the deer. No. All right. So you got unconscious Charlie. You got the weight of Rusty's death weighing on you guys. And this thing is out there somewhere. What are you doing?
I want to take off my jacket for Levi to like wrap his leg.
Okay.
I'll wrap my leg with it. But not before walking over to Charlie and like as Victoria hands me the jacket, I walk over to Charlie and I just let blood drip from my leg onto him.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So I kind of put my foot on his back or chest, if he's facing up or down, whichever, and I let the blood run onto him as I'm wrapping it to get him bloody.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
And
All right. That's what you get, Charlie. Nobody take my leg.
It's not my fault.
And I like at this point, I don't think like Levi's not talking; he's just doing. He looks for anything that he can use as a weapon.
Really, all there is in here are bones, and there's this badge, and
Did the gun fall? When he
the
got
gun is
taken?
out in the clearing. Yeah.
Right, but it did fall.
Yes.
I
he
just
left it.
I look for a big femur.
Yeah, you can find especially one of of an elk or a deer. Yeah.
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 I,
Or even
then-
there's like there's an antler. It's up to you.
Yeah, I grab the antler.
Okay.
I grab an antler and a femur.
Okay.
I walk over to Kyle and Victoria, and I tell them, listen, I'm getting home. I'm not gonna leave my daughter. Now, I'm not saying I don't want all y'all to come with me, but there's something wrong with this little fuck. And I point down to Charlie, and I say, I'm gonna try to get us out of here. But if we're losing somebody, it's gonna be this one. like Levi's just like no emotion. Like just talking now.
Levi, I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. I don't even remember my name. I'll follow you though. I know I hired you to help me, so I appreciate it. Let's get the hell out of here, huh?
And I wanna, I guess, oh man, start dragging Charlie. I want to get away from this cave.
Would you like to mark it on the map that you have?
I gave the map to Victoria,
All right.
so she can mark it. If
Yeah, I would
she
mark
wants.
it.
Okay.
I want to keep going around the edge of the. When I first walk out of the cave, I want to see if I see any tracks that would have led to where Rusty would have went.
It
fallen.
went inward, so like straight away from the cave. It came,
I
grabbed him, and then went straight away.
I immediately turned the opposite way it went.
That'll be behind you. So
Yeah,
it ran away from you. So behind you is this cave, and then beyond that is more ocean. So if you want to go to the right,
Oh,
the
so the
left is
cave's-
where you
the
came
cave-
from.
okay.
Yeah, the left's where you came from, and the right is like facing out of the cave, and the right is towards that black hill on the
I
map.
guess I'm going right. I mean, we already know what's left, and it's something that can help us out. So
Okay.
I'm going right.
All right. Okay, you guys head right, and you got Charlie. Are you holding him or dragging him?
I'm dragging him because I don't want him on my shoulders.
You drag
this
my
time.
foot. Just drag my foot, so he's like away from you.
No, I think I have him by the collar. Of the
Oh, yeah,
shirt
'cause he
again,
can't. Yeah. Okay. All right, you guys are kind of walking along, and you go along the shore, and you see what because are you walking or running?
I'm walking at this point until I think we need to run. Then I'm running.
Okay. You are walking and you hear the screams of Rusty from somewhere on this island in the darkness. It's not good, you guys. And it's very sad.
It's not close.
It's very it's echoing in the night.
Levi doesn't even turn to look. He just keeps walking.
Oh. Okay. You guys. Who was that?
Who was that?
Okay.
That doesn't sound good, you guys.
You continue on, and eventually you come upon, not quite at the shoreline, but you see this massive, silhouette in the darkness, and it is not a hill. It actually rather matches this, shape, this elongated hill shape. It's a big black rock, that is covered in moss and maybe some like trees, maybe like a large tree fell against it, and then some trees are like trying to grow on it, but it's mostly moss and this big jet black rock. And you notice that that's just the top is covered in moss, but the whole thing around, it almost looks like the moss has been like cut away or pulled away from it. And you step up to this giant black rock, and you see that it has a large chalk drawing of a creature, humanoid, but thin, its skin clinging to its bones, its head, some type of deer, just the skull. And I would like you guys to make me a pull.
Including my unconscious self?
Yes, please, because we should have done a pull at the beginning of each new tower, essentially.
I got a Joker.
All right.
No, Jesus.
I got a 4.
I got a queen.
Okay.
I got a 7.
Okay. Kyle, you see this big, imposing drawing, which is almost life-size to the creature that you've seen chasing you around, and you faint. If only for 30 seconds. You pass out again onto the brush and the mossy ground below you, beneath you.
Pretty comfy.
Yeah. You guys circle around this rock, and on the other side are chalk drawings. Nearly 100 humans, drawn simply, some of them with identifying articles. There's a woman with a camera around her neck, a man holding a paddle, a woman with a pistol, and you see a man with a police officer's hat and a badge on his chest. And each and every one of these 100 people has a deep red X across them. All of them, except for the final 5. 5 people that look quite a bit like you. Everyone make me a pull. Charlie and Kyle, don't make me a pull, actually. Just Victoria, because you're the only one seeing this.
I don't want to. I'm going to use my skipped thing.
Okay, so let's just do DJ then. Okay. Kyle, you come to, and you do look up, but I'm not sure that you notice that the last 5 represent each of you. Yes, so I'm not gonna have you pull right now. You guys look up to the top of this rock. Tall, imposing, covered in moss, and pebbles scuttle down from above you. At the top of the rock is the massive white flesh and bone in a glorious rack of sharp antlers.
Does it see us? Or are we under, like, kind of under it?
Make me a pull.
Dang.
Alright, how do you have Charlie still? Like, you've got him, you're just dragging him, and he's just kind of...
Just dragging him.
Alright, Kyle and Victoria, make me a pull.
7.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you can hug the rock, and it doesn't seem to see you yet.
I'm
Is
gonna
everyone, are me and Victoria the only ones conscious?
Kyle is up, but he just doesn't realize the chalk drawings, what they are yet.
I'm I woke up, and am I still on the ground in the moss? Because I was going to use the moss and like roll.
You can look
slowly,
up,
using
sure.
the moss to like cover me as I roll closer to the rock.
Yeah, sure. There's like the big ferns and stuff where it's very cushioned, and yeah, you can kind of roll and hug this rock as well. So you guys are underneath this thing, hugging this rock, and it is sniffing.
I lean into Victoria and be like, how well do you like this man? And I'm pointing, like I'm looking down at Charlie.
I mean, I've worked with him for a while. He's like a pretty good dude. He's not normally trying to eat people.
Yes, but if it came down between your life and his, this is now, are we going home or is he?
I mean, given a choice, I have to choose myself because I don't know if he can even be helped.
Like as soon as she said if I had to choose, I choose me. I put him down and grab her hand and slowly walk away from him, hoping that the creature smells the blood that I put on Charlie.
Okay.
I want to grab some of like the dirt and moss around me and like kind of try and put it on my head to like cover up any of the blood smell.
Yes.
And like, yeah.
Charlie and Kyle, make me a pull.
I'm gonna use my freebie.
Ooh.
Okay, nice.
I won't, because I'll get one ace.
Yes. All right. You managed to cover, possibly threatening an infection, cover yourself pretty well. And Charlie, you're still just unconscious, and it's sniffing. You know what? Charlie, you come to.
Sweet. Do I come to in a start, or do I just kind of wake up?
In a sharp inhale, and you see the stars above you, but fuck those, you don't care about that. No, you don't care. And you look up and you see this thing up on the top of the rock, but you don't mind. That's fine. And then you see hugging the rock, Victoria and Levi. You don't see Kyle.
Okay, I don't. He blends in. That makes sense.
Yes.
Cool. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna try to stand.
Okay.
And slowly. No, if I don't care about the guy, I'll just stand. I'm not like in a huff or anything, but I'll just try to stand and start walking towards them.
All right, make me another pull.
Yep. Whoop. 8.
All right, you're walking towards them, and the guys, Charlie's coming towards you. What you doing? You're hugging this rock. He's got movement. He's all covered in blood.
Can I wave too? Like, cause I don't care about that guy, so I'm like smiling and waving, like, hey.
Like,
yes.
How does he seem different? Like, he doesn't care about that guy.
You know what? I'm gonna say, Charlie, you're not like jovial. You're not.
I'm concerned, but I'm not afraid.
No, you're not.
Neither. Okay.
That
but
thing,
I'm not jovial.
That thing, it's not even registering.
Okay, it's almost as if it's not there.
Yeah.
Does he still have that like look in his eyes?
You are in agony, Charlie.
I was about to say massive amounts of pain.
Not because of the blood, because of stomach pains. You are so fucking hungry.
I'm back to being hungry. Okay, well, yeah, then I'm just gonna head their direction.
I smack Victoria in the chest, leaving the picture I had with me on it. I run up to Charlie and grab him and just start pulling him into the open with me.
Okay.
Okay. Can I bite him at all? Is there any
Make a pull.
Anything open?
Make a pull.
Open?
Make a pull.
I will do that.
Num. Can I get some of that num?
Hey!
Is that the third Joker? Is that the third one?
That's a good question.
I don't
feel like it's 2, but I don't actually remember.
Yeah, I think that's just 2.
If that. I know.
I don't. I think that's the first one of this.
2. That's the second one. All right.
2.
Nice.
2 right
I
there.
pulled the first one.
2.
Okay.
Yeah. So just the 2.
Okay. All right. Yeah. No, you don't get any. You don't manage to bite him at all. No.
Oh, I don't get anything. Rats. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, you can't claw him with your arms, and you start getting pulled out into the open.
Can't do that.
it like jerks its head towards you and then cocks its head and dives off of this rock with its arms kind of hanging down a little bit, and it lands with a thud like on the ground in front of you, and then stretches to be imposing above you, Levi. And this thing is tall. It's like like 11, 12 feet as it lurches on its big skinny legs.
I wanna put Charlie between me and the creature, not in a like sacrificial way, but I want to see if it even recognizes Charlie being there.
Yeah, you kind of put Charlie between you, and if
Does
you
that give me an opening?
No, you've pulled a
Okay,
Joker,
fair.
and he starts to kind of, if you even start to it starts to kind of sway, kind of Cobra-esque, and if you move Charlie, it follows Charlie, and it pulls its arms back as much as it can, these floppy arms, and just kind of embraces Charlie, and it's the strangest thing because it doesn't have a bottom jaw and its top jaw is fractured, but it starts digging its sharp broken face into Charlie and just trying to just rip open what he's already done, and he starts trying to claw at your back with these claws, and even starts like a cat does with its back leg, and just starts he rips you open, and your entrails are coming out, Charlie, and
Sick.
you
Nice.
are in shreds and in pieces. Levi, Kyle, and Victoria, what are you doing?
Do I even know where Kyle is?
Oh, he's a sneaky
I'm a
boy.
moss boy.
Yeah, but did I? Because
Yeah, you probably watched. You saw him start to cover up.
When I go grab Kyle, grab Victoria, and start. Was there anything else about this rock, or was that it? That was it?
It's got all these drawings all over it. Yeah, that's it.
Do I
Am I
see
still
any?
under the big one of him? Of the the guy that just shredded?
If you didn't move after you
Oh.
came to, yeah. The big drawing.
Yeah, because I moved closer to the rock.
Let's say you're
moving
between.
yourself
So if
apart.
it's one, if his drawing's on that side and then the people are on the back side, you're on the side of it. So
Is there
Okay.
only one creature on the drawing?
yes.
There is only one. How close to the edge is it?
To the edge of the water, to the shoreline.
Yeah.
150 feet probably. It's not right on the shore, so the map wasn't necessarily accurate. So maybe more of a cardinal directional marker.
And there's really no other way we know of to get off this island, right?
Nope. So this thing starts tearing into Charlie. Are you screaming? I think you'd be probably.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't imagine not.
This is the
screaming
end.
with
Yeah.
pain.
While this
Didn't it-
thing.
Actually, no. I might be great because you said the pain was in my stomach. No stomach. So
Wow.
I feel great.
How tragic. Laughing to death. Charlie is
Yeah.
being fulfilled, and he's feels accomplished in what he has done.
Yeah, I feel great.
And then
I wanna-
there's nothing. The life leaves his eyes, and you guys watch as his face just goes blank, and this thing just keeps digging into him.
I want to look at Victoria with not sad eyes, but just like hoping that she understands what I mean as I hold my chest, and that's where I threw the picture at her, or gave her the picture. And I want to run past this thing and smack it with the femur bone as I keep going towards the shoreline.
Okay. Make me a
It is you said a cliffside, right?
10 feet, yeah. Yeah, it's like a 10-foot cliff, like a 10-foot drop. Yeah.
Where is there any cliff at? Have we passed any cliff? Something high, something.
Not that you've noticed.
Oh.
But you can hear the waves, and they sound like they did where you docked your boat. So maybe there's some kind of shallower situation going on.
I'm looking for something higher.
The only thing would be this tall ass rock in the middle of the woods.
When
How tall is the rock? Sorry, I don't mean to. How tall was it?
40 feet.
And it jumped down from that and landed no problem, right?
It did.
So did Levi did you do that?
Yeah, you smack
I
it
know.
and you're running.
Yes, I smack
did
it.
it
I'm running
follow him?
towards the. Oh, I gotta make a pull real quick.
Yeah, make a pull because it's gonna try and lash at you, but its arm is kind of, flailing. Everyone make me a pull because it's a new tower. Isn't it? Or no, wait, hang on.
No, we didn't.
I'm
reset
sorry,
the tower.
because he died, so I thought, sorry. Okay, sorry about that, guys.
So
Just put that back on top. Just put that back on top. But if you smacked it, you make a pull, right, DJ? You did that?
I pulled the 2.
And you run past it, and it tries to, like, grab at you, but it doesn't make purchase. And it keeps going to town on Charlie.
It doesn't chase me?
Not yet. No.
Okay.
We should do it.
If it doesn't chase me, as I get to the shore, I want to jump down that 10 feet.
And you notice once you get to the shore that there is, in fact, a sort of, actually, you know what? It's 150 feet. And are you all running towards, you're following Levi?
I think if it didn't chase him, I want to go around the rock, but the same direction. Like, I don't want to go directly in front of it because I don't want it to hit me.
Okay.
I want to go around the rock and then same way as Levi.
All right. And Kyle, you following? Are you just chilling in the moss or what?
It doesn't notice me.
Not yet. Doesn't seem so. It's busy.
Yeah. I'm gonna get up and follow him, but like slow, like, or real slow, like real stealthy, like.
Okay. All right. All of you make me a pull.
A pull.
8.
6.
Ace.
Your foot kind of gives way, and like a mossy patch, and you kind of fall through, Victoria. And you realize this is sort of like a pit, maybe covered in like moss or like a loose, like a kind of a mossy, camouflagey blanket that has been made up. And you can look down and see that this is some kind of hole that has been covered up and hidden beside this rock.
Like, how deep is it?
You look down and you can't tell how deep it is because it is filled with stuff.
Like, what stuff?
It is filled with clothes and bags and camping supplies. It's all the items identifiable from the drawings of the victims on this rock. But you look down and you see, if you recall, one of the people on the rock had a paddle. You look down and you see a plastic tandem kayak.
I'm gonna try to get it out.
Okay.
Do I?
Yeah.
Does Levi see her doing that? Like.
She went around the other side of the rock. I don't think so. No.
Oh, so the hole's on the hole's.
Kyle would catch up to her, right?
If you're chasing her instead of Levi, whoever you're following, I don't know.
Did I see Levi run past the thing?
Yeah, you saw him smack
like-
it and run. It tried to jut out at Levi, though, so maybe you wanted to follow her instead because it tried to...
Yeah, I'd probably go with Victoria.
All right. Yeah, you kind of stop and you notice that there's a pit here, and you see that she's trying to tug at something. Like there's a, like a little handle on the end of this kayak.
Yeah, I'm gonna go give her a hand.
All right, both of you make me a pull, please.
Her queen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys struggle, and it's heavy as heck, especially coming down, from this pit. But you both manage to pull it out and get it out, and you've got to drag it like 150 feet to the shore if that's where you're going.
Are there oars in it?
There's an oar. If you would like to search the pit, you can make a pull.
I say we just go. I say we just go to the shore, dude.
Dude, bro.
Dude, bro.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna take it.
Okay. All right, you guys book it with the kayak, and you're dragging it along the brush, and it's making a lot of noise. All the trees, all the branches and things scraping alongside the side of this kayak, this plastic kayak. And Levi, you make it to the shore, and you see the two of them pulling something heavy behind them, kind of bending down and trying their darndest to carry this thing or shuffle, run with it to the beach.
They're trying to shuffle and pull it and run to the beach.
Yeah.
I damn. I take the bandage off my leg and like rake it to cause blood to come out.
Okay, grody. Yeah. And this thing drops Charlie's limp, destroyed body on the ground, and
No, they're going to a different section of the beach than I'm at, right? Are they going like?
We were trying to follow you.
Oh, you probably won't want to do that.
But like that's what we already said we were doing.
I mean, they don't. Yeah, and so they just see you kind of like digging into this wound, and it's splurting.
As soon as I see it drop Charlie, I want to go back up the beach the way we came.
Okay, that's the direction of it. So are you gonna charge it?
Oh, it's up the beach.
Oh, the beach. The beach. So what do you mean?
I'm taking it away.
Yeah.
From Victoria and Kyle carrying the kayak.
Gotcha. Okay, so just farther along the edge of the island. All right. Yeah, you're running, and it pursues. It does. Make me a pull. Okay.
Should we like go get him? I don't know. He kind of pushed me. I don't know what to do, man.
I don't know how we could help him. Like if he's trying to take it away from us, we're just all it's gonna get us all.
Let's head for the water and see what happens. Maybe he'll catch up. That's what Kyle's
You
gonna
start
keep
tugging
doing.
Kyle's tugging the kayak towards the water. Victoria, what you doing?
Toward the water.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with him, and like if we see him again and like there's an opportunity, like I definitely want to help him, but there's nothing I can do.
All right. Yeah, you guys head into the water. You push the kayak in, and the water is freezing as you're kind of stepping and then pushing it in.
As we're pushing it in, I want to put on my wetsuit.
Yeah, pull up your wetsuit, slip it on. Zip it up. Levi, you're just running away from this creature. You have anything in mind where you're going?
I'm trying to pull it away. Do I still see them at all, or is it too like?
You can look back, and yeah, you can see them. You see these two people get in the water and get in a kayak and start to paddle away.
Before we start to really paddle away, I want to yell back at the top of my lungs. If you can't make it to the water, draw an X on the thing. X it out. I was gonna do that, but yeah. So
I'm sorry, I was muted.
X out the creature.
Do I hear that? I mean.
Make me a pull. No, actually, Kyle, make me a pull.
Oh boy. Oh. Well.
All right. You don't hear it.
I don't hear it. I see.
That's the third one.
That's the third one.
That's the third one, Kyle. Ooh. All right, Kyle. Kyle. Kyle.
Okay.
What do I want to do here? Oh no.
Oh, God.
There's so much stupid stuff I could do right here.
I knock over the tower.
Wait, it doesn't matter because it technically fell. That's the third one. It's been felled.
Okay.
I'm so sorry, Levi.
I was trying to take it.
That's
they
very
were in
sweet.
the kayak. I was trying to take it.
What's gonna happen? What am I just gonna flop over and drop? Over the dang kayak.
Kyle, you are bleeding out. The back of your head is bleeding. And Victoria has this paddle. She's in the back, and she's trying her darndest. And you reach an arm down into the cold black water of the Pacific Northwest. And something latches on to your arm, and it's just gone. It's just not there. And you are screaming, and you're panicking, and you're freaking out, completely terrified. And a moment later, the kayak is flipped over. Victoria and Kyle, you are in the water. in the cold water, and something is bumping against the kayak upside down.
So I'm not dead?
What you doing?
I'm gonna, I know about shark attacks, so, you know, I'm gonna tear off the other sleeve of my, oh, wait, I have one arm. Oh boy. I'm gonna ask Victoria to tear off my sleeve and make a tourniquet.
You're underwater.
I thought we're
They fell
floating,
in the
right?
water. You're floating up.
Oh.
I will say you are
Yeah.
wearing a wetsuit. You're not ripping it.
Oh, that's a good point. Oh, crud.
And
Do
can
I
I
s-
rip my own hoodie?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna do that. And then
Do
I'm
I-
gonna try to turn it back over.
All right. So you tear or you shred your own hoodie. Well, you took off one jacket and you put it on.
Yeah, I said I
Levi.
had a hoodie
Okay.
and like a outer jacket.
Yeah, you managed to get it around Kyle's half arm there, and you turn to flip. You managed to flip the kayak back over, and you kind of throw yourself out of the water up and onto it, and you scramble to find the paddle. And as you do, you have the paddle, and you look back, and Kyle's just not there.
No. I'm so sorry, Kyle.
Did Levi hear the scream? Like Levi would have heard him scream, right?
He's not screaming. He's just.
I'm talking about the initial.
When his
struggle.
arm got bit
Oh,
off.
yeah, sure, yeah.
I feel like when that happened, Levi would have like assumed the worst and just been like, "Well, hell." And I try to duck and turn around and duck the creature, and I don't know how slow it's moving, but I don't care.
You want to juke him and kind of like
Yeah.
run back
And
towards
try to-
her?
Yeah.
All right, make me a pull. Oh wait, we gotta restart the tower? I want everyone to make me 2 pulls.
Everyone.
Everyone make me 2 pulls. Including RBG. And Bisector.
I had ace and a 2. That's mine.
5 and 8.
Bisector, make both my pulls.
8 and 10.
That's who you trust to pick.
I'm already dead.
Are you?
I
Yes,
don't know.
yes you are.
So RPG's got. Hold on. We got a nice little queen there, and a nice
Not
9,
one joker to be found, you guys?
and I got a 6 and an
Okay.
8.
All right.
Nice.
So then I want DJ, you make me the pull for juking it.
Boom.
All
Boom.
right, you your foot finds a root, and you just biff it. You eat it, dude. Mouthful of moss and box turtle, and it's just you. Oh man.
Do
But
I see?
Yeah.
Do I see Victoria in the kayak before I go down at all? Like, do I see her in a kayak?
you do. Yeah, you can see her, and you're where the grass meets the rock for the beach.
Grass meets the rock to the beach.
Mhm.
In I'm guessing I'm on the ground. This thing's charging at me.
It's behind you, yeah. And you manage to like get. Yeah, you can find your feet.
And I'm gonna keep booking it. I heard. You said I didn't hear him because he pulled the Joker, so I didn't hear him tell me about the.
The
The
X.
X,
No.
I guess I'm just booking. I'm booking it to the. Oh man. I guess I don't know. Kyle got eaten either.
He's just
I
not
guess-
in the kayak, and you notice
Yeah,
it.
I guess I'm just going. I guess I'm just going to the water.
Okay. All right, you jump in the freezing cold water off this island. Make me a pull. All right, and you manage to maybe Victoria back paddles a little bit. You manage.
Yeah, I definitely want to get towards him.
Yeah, you manage to get up onto this kayak. You pull yourself in, maybe with her help. This tandem kayak, you get in, and you look back, and this thing, with its arms kind of like flopped to its side, it looks up and it lets out a wailing howl of this elkish screeching. up towards the moon, which illuminates your path as you paddle away onto the ocean, back home. The end.
Oh my god. The first time you described that thing, I got so many chills down my back. Like, I was like, what the fuck?
Do you guys know what a Wendigo is?
Yeah.
Wendigo?
Yeah. This is a legend of of Native Americans, and they don't always have like an elk head, but that's terrifying to me.
Yeah.
But it's when a person eats another person, and then it can't be helped after that. So.
Oh, so wait. So it was Bisector turning into one?
Yes.
Oh
So
my
then why
god.
did it choose to eat me?
Because there are no other
Why does it
Wendigos
eat
on the
you?
island. If you're there, it's gonna eat you as a victim anyway. It's not trying to turn people into Wendigos. That's a side effect. If it couldn't get you later.
Gotcha. So I wasn't fully Wendigo yet, so it saw me as human as opposed to.
Yeah,
other
you're still a target.
Wendigo.
Yeah, you're still edible.
So, but both of them got bit by Mr. Half Wendigo,
Mhm.
right?
I didn't.
Oh man, something's gonna happen on that ocean.
Good job. Good job, guys. 2 of you made it out.
Good game.
But nobody got the picture. You didn't take it off my
Oh,
body.
no one took
Come
the
on.
picture.
Died with me.
Also, the X, drawing the X on the rock would not have worked. It just meant that those people have been crossed out.
I know. I was just hoping it was something.
Magic.
You know, maybe you never.
GG.
Was there anything weird about the stew or the glass bottle?
The stew was human, which is what
That's-
triggered your.
Oh, so
your
apparently
disease.
so were the peaches?
No, you had the stew in the first place, but you were the first to pull a Joker, so.
Oh,
It took you over
I
first.
assumed it was
So,
the peach.
in
I was
addition
like,
to Levi
fine.
being bit, Victoria has also eaten the stew. So,
That's fair. So do with that what you
welcome
will.
back to the mainland with your disease.
Oh boy. I went from last time we played Dread, first one dying, to this time I survived.
Yeah, good job.
In a manner of speaking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not gonna be long, but it's good.
Yeah, I tried to play a fine line, like my character would have did anything he needed to get home to his daughter.
Yeah.
Like would he have sacrificed what was it, Charlie?
I mean, I was eating people, so.
But
Yeah.
like I
I
said,
don't doubt you.
like when I held you in front, like I said, it's not like I pushed you in front of me.
You were just putting distance
I-
between.
I thought, because I didn't know what was going on, because you were acting weird. So in my head, I was like, maybe I can like shield, like maybe it didn't see me if I was behind him because of what was going on. So I was like, maybe I could hide behind you, and then like
Kind of like covering yourself in gore in The Walking Dead.
Yeah, pretty much, like essentially, like. And then you got eaten, and I was like, well, that didn't work. I was like, oh no. But don't get me wrong, if push came to shove, yes, I was definitely gonna kick you. I'm like.
It's totally fair. I was eating literally everything.
Good
I do
job.
so-
Good job for our Wendigo bisector. That was good.
Thanks.
You did it on your first game. You sabotaged. That's good. I love that. Well, you tried to.
How
I
did you
definitely
know?
did. I went for anything,
Did you,
yo.
did you like message?
That's
him
why
or
I had to go
something?
get my phone. I was like, dang it.
Yeah, I
Okay.
knew. So when I went, I have to pee. She was like, "Get somebody alone and attack them." And I was like, "You coming with me, Levi? Let's go pee." But nobody wanted to go pee, so it didn't happen. I was like, "Oh,
Like I was like, what is going on? Is this a
I need to
character?
pee."
Like, that's why Levi was like, is there something?
And when he
wrong
was like,
with
I'm
you?
so hungry, I got pee, you know? It's just like, you're
I
like,
thought-
what are you
I
doing?
thought maybe it was just a character trait of yours to have a condition. I don't know, like
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, what is up with this dude right now?
I gotta pee.
Hey.
I got a nervous pee. Okay.
Chat, we're going to leave it there on that note. Thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. We can continue the call after this. I'm just going to turn off stream. And thanks so much for tuning in. This has been Path of Most Resistance, a Dungeons & Dragons channel who does roleplay games, as well as a few members. We got Black Bisector 9 and RBG Plays here from the Crew RP, which is also a roleplay station. So thanks so much for tuning in, you guys. We look forward to playing more in the future. Look forward to some Dungeons & Dragons coming up soon. And we'll leave you there. Bye, everybody.